Hey, I'm Pratyush. I'm from India, Manchester United fan, and my prediction for the final is 1-1 and City winning in the penalties. We are gonna have a heartbreak.
I just don't think what happened today, the day before the FA Cup final, is going to help us one bit. And I think that Man City are just too strong. So my prediction is 3-1 City. Sorry.
3-1 to Manchester United. All the goals will be scored in extra time, which we did against Liverpool. So yeah, come on United.
You're right, guys. Spent the whole FA Cup run hoping for some silverware. Now we're finally here. To be honest, I'm quite nervous. Tomorrow morning I'll definitely be quite shaky. Don't know if I'll fully watch the game properly, but you've got to be optimistic. As a Reg, you've always got to have a bit of hope, haven't you? I'm going to say with the Butcher back, have a nice compact midfield, hit him on the counter, and we can do him 2-1. I'm going to say Bruno to score. And yeah, let's shut them idiots up. Up the Reds.
Hello, it's me, Dave. Dave the London Cabbie. Although I'm stuck at home in southwest London because I'm not very well. Operation in July. Today is cup final day, and I have to say I was very disappointed by all them shenanigans yesterday. Whoever was responsible for them leaks is an absolute disgrace. I'm Ten Hag in. I think he's done a wonderful job, and I think we should have finished 18th this season. Never mind, Dave. But we're in the cup final, deservedly so, and I predict a scoreline of City 1, the famous Manchester United 3. Come on, United.
All right, lads. Coming straight from Cork, Ireland here, so something a bit different for you today. Hopefully you can show this, and my prediction is obviously for United to lift the cup today. I do think we'll beat them in 90 minutes. I think we'll have a bit of fight in us today. Hopefully, anyway. I think we saw against Newcastle and Brighton. I don't think any of the nonsense reporting from yesterday will affect the players. I think we should be in a good place. And listen, I feel Bruno is going to run the show today. Honestly, I think we'll pack the midfield. And with Mainu and Amrabat behind him, as we've seen in the last two games as well, he should have a bit more freedom in his creativity. Here, come over here quick. This is my small fella here. He's a big United fan as well. As you can see, got the old school on him. So, yeah, 2-1 United. I do think Rashford comes off the bench and scores today as well. Up the fucking Reds.
Hi lads, here from Belfast. Tough one today, but I kind of think that it'll go all the way and 1-1, normal time. Then penalties, United will have it. Up the Reds.
Welcome back to Stretford Paddock. I'm Ronaldo Brown, and this is the Manchester United versus Manchester City FA Cup final.
Funeral.
Almost a funeral.
Could be by the end of it.
And I'm here. Got quite a little firm here today. We've got Abdullah, we've got Kofi, and we got Up the RH.
Up
He's
the
trying
RH,
that straight
mate.
away because I know
I
you're
love
itching
it,
to say
mate.
that.
It's it going wild on the chat up the RH, isn't it?
Is it?
Already, yeah. I can see it
You can
already.
see it spamming now,
I can
guys.
see it already, mate.
But anyway, I think we've had quite a little bit of discussion before we came on there, and we've obviously seen the team. There's been a lot of leaks that have come out. People saying Ireland's starting, but then it's actually come out that he isn't, and it seems to be a very pragmatic, very almost careful lineup in terms of Bruno as a false nine. You might even see a diamond. You might see Rashford and Garnacho being up top quite centrally. We don't know what to expect, but I want to get your thoughts, lads, on what you think about the lineup.
Personally, I like it. I would have had Casemiro in. Personally, I want to protect the back four a bit more. But McTominay, I'm not too sure. Rashford, I'm not too sure. I probably would have stuck Garnacho as well. But Ten Hag looks like he's got a plan now. So let's see what he can do, man. I'm not too against it, to be fair. How about you lot?
Yeah, I think, to be fair, it's the type of team that I would have wanted to see. I think the best way to beat a side like City is probably going with wide players that are quick, getting behind, like split strikers, maybe the way we're playing today. Here it could be like sort of McTominay more of like the centre forward today. Could it be like where, because to be fair, the games against Newcastle and Arsenal is almost as if like it was Bruno and McTominay were like double centre forwards, double 10s in a way. So it could work out like that. We did see like how it worked a bit at the Etihad with Bruno holding the ball off for the first goal. He even set Rashford up, and then obviously he sort of mistimed his header. So like there was a couple of opportunities in the first half at the Etihad with Bruno being in them areas and hurting City with just that quick ball in behind, or with having his creativity further up the pitch. So that could be a positive. The standout thing is obviously having Varane and Leach starting together, which feels like last season. It's good to see. We didn't have that partnership obviously at the end of in the FA Cup final last year. Obviously they could be quite rusty. It would have been good if Varane would have had some minutes prior to this, proper minutes, but I think I would still start them too regardless. I think as long as they've trained hard enough all week and stuff and ready for the game. But overall thoughts, I think it's what you said, like McTominay, Rashford, probably like you'd say the question marks. I think McTominay for me, he has to start, because where would you, if you go Casemiro, Amrabat in that midfield and Kobiaf, I just don't feel like that will do the job. I think McTominay's, with the options we've got, you probably have to start McTominay in this game. Obviously with Marcus Rashford, the discussion is more on a historic basis, like he tends to do well against the bigger sides, where space could be left and so on and so forth. So I sort of get it. We've seen him even when United are at their worst earlier in the season, getting a goal and missing two big chances. Like he could have had a hat-trick in the first half at the Etihad, and obviously like he missed that one at the back post and obviously mishit with his head, so he's always going to be a danger. And Garnacho, I really like Garnacho off the bench in last season's FA Cup final. Don't know what you guys think. I thought Garnacho off the bench is something that we've not utilised enough this season. I would have maybe loved to see that this game, because I feel like he really makes a stronger impact personally, I think, off the bench than when he started in terms of making an impact in the game. Højlund's come off the bench now in 2 games, made a huge impact, so that could be the reason why we've seen it. But I'm not completely mad about it. I think I would have been happy as long as one of them three, Rashford, Højlund or Garnacho, one of them was on the bench, because you need something different. I think if we started with all 3 of them, I would have been a bit worried.
So I think it's always going to be a game about transitions and countering. Do you know what I mean? It's about they're going to dominate possession. It's a big pitch at Wembley, and I think he was always going to go with pace on either sides of the flanks, because that's the one way that you actually can hurt City. And they've been much easier to counter this season than they were last. But I think it's all about making sure that we take our opportunities today. But what do you think about that lineup RH? I will tell people that the graphic has come on screen, so before I find out what RH actually wants to say in terms of the lineup, I will actually read it out for you, and then notice that there isn't a Casemiro on the bench as well. But the lineup today is, as you've already mentioned, I feel like you almost went through the whole team just then, but it's Anana in goal. You've got a back 4 of Wan-Bissaka, Varane and Martinez, which has been a rare sight this season. And we've got the low left back. You've got a midfield 3 of Amrabat, McTominay and Mainu. You've got Bruno as a false 9, but you're not sure whether that it might be him or McTominay. That could be kind of flipping that role. And then you've got Garnacho and Rashford on the sides. On the substitutes bench, you've got Bayandé, Kambuala, Lindelof, Evans, Eriksson, Mount, Ahmad, Højlund and Anthony, but no Casemiro. So RH, what do you think of
I think
the
the
starting 11?
I think the main man, I've had my phone's going wild from Sky Sports and BBC, because the main man's summary there was fantastic, the way, he broke things down. I think, looking at that back 4, I think it's reassuring. Great to see Martinez and Varane in there. I know, like we've just discussed there about, they've not played a lot of games, but, if they're fit and they're ready, it's an FA Cup final. And yeah, Amrabat surprised me a little bit. Obviously, Casemiro's not on the bench, so it'd be interesting to see what's going on with him injury-wise, or is it something different? But again, FA Cup final, big performance. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. The false 9 and the rotations is going to be very, very important up there. And like we've all said on the transition, City are quite vulnerable on the transition. If we do things right, then we could get joy in them areas.
Yeah, I agree. But interestingly, there's been almost like split reporting where apparently Casemiro and Evans are on the bench on some platforms, but not on others. So we need to clarify that. There are people in the chat that are saying that Casemiro is on the bench.
It would be surprising if he's not involved altogether, unless it's an injury. But
yeah, because there's been nothing that's been untoward in terms of Casemiro. We know that he might be leaving in the summer. Seems pretty much definite, but from the reports that we've been given, he apparently isn't on the bench, but a lot of people saying that he is. So I think there might be a little bit of confusion there. But I think, as we've said, I think the bench looks fairly you've got a couple of game changers on there.
It's a lot stronger than what it has been, isn't it?
Because I know you talked about how you would have rather have seen one of those, the pacier wingers probably on the bench, able to come off the bench and make an impact, because we know what these games are like at Wembley, where I think squad depth is very, very important, especially when you've got the possibility of extra time, get a lot of tired legs. It's the end of the season. Wembley's got a big pitch. But I do think in the likes of Ahmad and Højlund and maybe even Mount, you've got players that are able to come on and change the game if needs be. But I think something that we need to talk about before anything else is Erik ten Hag. Yesterday, as you may all know, unless you've been under a rock, he's apparently being sacked after the FA Cup final. I know there were a lot of murmurings throughout the week about United speaking to McKenna's camp and him being under pressure, and it seemed very 50-50 for a long period. And then you had Damasio that came out very strong a few days ago, saying that Ten Hag will be sacked and he will say his goodbyes and it's already a done deal. But people thought Damasio 2024, is he that reliable? And then we got the bomb yesterday from Jacob Steinberg through The Guardian that all but confirmed that this is looking like Erik ten Hag's final game. I know there's some people out there that are still saying they're not going to believe it until they definitively see Manchester United say it, because you've also had Erik ten Hag that's come out this morning and almost like tried to kind of debunk it, saying that he's had good kind of speeches and meetings and engagement with Ineos. But what was your reaction to the news in terms of Erik ten Hag being sacked, apparently, from what it looks like?
It's not surprising, but I think a lot of people are having a dig at Ineos and saying, yeah, how's this come out before the final, stuff like that. I don't think there's been any briefing from what I know from Ineos' side or directly from Man United into anyone. What I feel like, and bits of what I know, is it's been a bit of a domino effect. So Poch has obviously left Chelsea. Chelsea have now turned around to McKenna and said, let's get this done, similar to what's happened with Brighton. And then it was like De Zerbi's gone, now they're trying to get McKenna. Chelsea quickly moved into that. And I think Man United have obviously been in touch with McKenna's people, whatever's happened, whether it's McKenna's the next manager, and said, listen, like we are looking to basically, that job's going to be there to, assure him to not take the Chelsea job. And I think that's potentially how it's come out. That makes the most sense to me. I don't think Ineos because I think they would have always wanted to make that clear statement, whether they're staying or not post the final. I think they've made it pretty clear from what we're seeing. So it's a bit annoying that he's come out with this interview this morning as well. Like, I was a bit feeling sorry for him yesterday, thinking this is coming up before the FA Cup final. No matter what your feelings are about the manager, you want to go in as strong as possible into a game like this. We see how these things can really impact games. If you remember Paul Pogba before RB Leipzig, like when me and Areola sort of spoke like the day before that game, and then we were heading into that crucial Champions League group stage game, and how he ended up on the bench and it impacted everything. So things like that can really make a difference. And it was quite sad seeing that Ten Hag's people have probably turned around and said, yeah, fuck it, let's post this interview then that he's done in the morning of the FA Cup final, where just blitzing people and the thing. So not happy with that, to be fair. It's not good preparation. So
what was your reaction to the news about Erik ten Hag, Kofi?
When I saw Damasio, I was like, 2024, he's a bit tired, so I wasn't too sure. But when I saw Jacob Steinberg, I was like, yeah, this is serious, you know what I mean? And obviously, I'm a neutral Ten Hag. I'm not in or out, I'm in the middle, you know what I mean? At the same time, I know we want stability, but we did finish 8th. You know what I mean? The other day I was in my bed and I woke up, I was like, we actually finished 8th. Like, it sunk in. Like, 8th is crazy.
Minus goal difference might feel worse than the 8th thing.
So it's like, we can't really be mad at the decision. I do think it's going to happen, because the Guardian wouldn't say it without anything coming from anywhere, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really want him to be sacked, but I do understand. So, you know what I mean? I don't know, I'm conflicted, man.
Yeah, exactly. When we have finished 8th, you look at some of the performances we have had this season, and I think 8th almost seems to flatter us in a way through what we've actually been crazy, through, and which is insane to say. And I think it's a situation where you can't say that you're surprised if he does get sacked, but it just has been a lot of people on the fence of, there's been a lot of instability at the club. Managers, it's been a bit of a carousel for managers in the last decade or so as well. So people wanted just to see someone have a little bit of a chance, but I was on the record saying I think that Ten Hag had a year left of his contract anyway. He was going into his final year, so it was almost a situation where Ineos had to stick or twist in terms of commit to him long term, or
bringing their own guy.
And I think Ineos probably had their mind made up from the moment that they walked through the door, that they wanted to, the way that they kind of put their footprint on everything around football. They kind of got rid of the whole backroom staff. They brought in so many guys. it felt difficult to see a world where they would have brought so many people in and tried to change so much and then not bring in their own coach. And I think that's what we've seen the result of. I think the writing might have been on the wall for Erik ten Hag as soon as they arrived. Because I think there was absolutely no reason for Ineos, if Ten Hag was to stay, for them to go out public ages ago and say, yeah, he's our guy for next year. But the fact that they were so coy and so quiet, I think it was a bit ominous for Ten Hag from the get-go. But what do you... Almost choked then. Do you know what I mean? Choked. I hope United don't choke like that. But anyway, I want to find out what you think about the Erik ten Hag news.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did go. You know, like the lads have rightly said. I think it's the timing, more the timing for me. Like, you know, to leak that before, you know, a big game like the FA Cup final, and like we said, interviews coming out thinking that he's going to be staying and stuff like that. All a bit confusing. I would rather just focus on the game in hand, and that's the task in front of him, rather than worrying about, you know, is he going to go, is he going to stay, and stuff like that. But, you know, like the lads have rightly said, you know, when they come in, they change the infrastructure. Do they keep an old manager, change everything but leave the manager? Very unlikely. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did go, and we did finish 8th. But if he did stay, you know, it's one of them. We back him and stuff like that. But something, I said it before we went live, I think for me the main concern for me is I want to see a bit of a style and a philosophy. I want to see a bit of a plan. I don't feel like we've seen that from him. I think it's put 11 players on the pitch and off you go, lads, you do your own thing. I feel like, you know, any other club, you know, the top clubs, they have a style, they have a philosophy, they carry it out to the letter, and if they don't, then no matter who you are, big player, small player, you don't play. Whereas at Man United, it doesn't seem to be like that.
Do you think in a world now in football where managing and coaching seems to be more strategic than ever, everything's a little bit more tactical? You got the era of the tacticals, got everything being so intricate and chess-like. Do you think people like Ancelotti, where it seems to be more about managing players and having this aura and having this charisma about you, do you think that's almost equally as important or more important than the tactics when you're managing a club like Manchester United and Chelsea and so on, because of the people that you have to deal with, the egos that you've got to deal with? And it's almost like you've got to put your imprint and your personality on a team. And that's probably what people are concerned about with the people that have been linked, or the managers that have been linked to Manchester United, is that they could come in and be good coaches, but have they got it about them to be a United gaffer and to kind of take control of a squad and almost like have people want to go out and run through brick walls for you? And I think that's what Ten Hag hasn't had. Because he's not the most charismatic person. He's not the most inspiring person. That's not necessarily his fault. He's obviously a good coach. Yeah, he's shown that in the past. But I just think a lot of things have gone wrong from him. Yeah, at United, it might just not fit.
Man management is a massive part of football that I think gets underrated. I think that's one part that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer never got enough praise, in my opinion, for. I think under Ole, it was, I think even outside of that, I think tactically under Ole, it was a lot of it was getting the ball into certain areas for Bruno, for Martial, for Rashford, for Greenwood at the time, like, and then letting those guys do their thing a bit. When you watch Madrid, it's very similar. Like, you'll see Vinny float across, Jude float across, and it's just about getting that ball into the final third and having that as the initial game plan. But I think people always underrated that side of with Ole, where he built that connection with the players, and it felt like, you know, you've to finish second and third, and then everyone was thinking about, you know, we should be dominating games on the ball. I was one of them. Like, genuinely, like, I'm not, you know, being hypocritical about it. Like, I was one of them people where I said, you know, at the time, I said, you know what, I want to be a bit more dominant in games. But now looking back at it, you know, that part of, you know, making sure that your top sort of players in terms of output and goals and assists and stuff, you know, they're always feeling a good feeling, they're always getting in more attacking positions, more rather than just building a whole like sort of robotic style of football. Sometimes can work better for you. Like you said, Ancelotti is a great example of that, whereas sometimes you bring in someone who could be too regimented and it doesn't work out. So it's all about balance, isn't it, in football? And when we talk about Ancelotti, like the Madrid game, they set up well to beat City at the Etihad because they knew they couldn't get at them, for example. But then every time they broke, they looked like something could happen because of the way like he allowed them to play. So it's all about balances. And I do agree, I think you need to be a bit cautious where it's like, you could get this guy who plays complete total football, but what's his character like? And that's why Graham Potter's one of the managers where we've been linked to. And I think I liked what he did at Brighton, but I don't see him as like that guy with that character to walk in there and, you know, get some of these guys going. And, you know, even with the new players coming in, you know, making sure that they know that they're at a club like Man United and what that means. So, you know, the grass isn't always greener. Like, as much as I am more on the Ten Hag outside, I do agree with that. It is quite a difficult one.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with everything you said. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of discourse about who United will bring in, whether he actually gets sacked, when is the announcement going to be made, does he miraculously stay? But I think one of the main problems is, as we are going to talk about the final, is the news being leaked the day before a big game such as this, because we come into this now, and United haven't had a great season. You've seen all the graphics, you've seen all the stats that have obviously looked like grim reading for United. No one really gives us a chance today, and it's a derby, it's an FA Cup final. United do have players that can provide moments, do you know what I mean? And there's a little bit of a naive optimism that I do have that United could probably pull off something, or at least make the game interesting. But it's just that, and I think I'm filled with more confidence because I'm seeing the likes of Varane and Martinez starting together, which is a partnership that we haven't seen pretty much throughout the entirety of the season because we've been so injury ridden. And I'm looking at Bruno in that false nine role. And if we are going to talk about City, because we haven't talked about their lineup yet, I think the main player that you do have to stop, I think when you stop him, you stop City playing as well, is Rodri.
Yep.
And I wonder whether Bruno, in that kind of false nine role, could do a bit of a defensive job on him. He's got the work rate, he's got the tenacity, and I think that's something for me to look out today. But is there someone on the City team that you're more concerned about stopping? Because they've got players all over the pitch. You look at Foden, you look at Silva, you look at Haaland, and even look at the bench. It's going to take a really strong defensive performance for us today, and a collective one. Otherwise, we could be in a bit of trouble.
Bro, for me, it's Foden, man. He's the main man that we need to stop. Bro. I don't know what is with him, but he hates Man United. Every time we play against him, it's like he's got some fire in his belly, you know what I mean? So I know he's going to be on it today, man. Rodri, of course, but Foden, for me, this season he's been on fire, man. So hopefully we can stop him. I don't know how. I'm going to have to run a lot today. We're going to have to run a lot today because our players don't really run much. So today, we're going to see kilometres, man, because, boy, it's going to be tough.
Kilometres.
Kilometres, bro.
Class.
Serious.
I totally agree with you, Ronnie, about, you know, Rodri's a massive part of the way City. Everyone talks about De Bruyne and how influential he is. You know, Rodri's that glue, that quarterback sits there, breaks lines, gets them on the ball. He's brilliant.
I think he's borderline an all-time great already, you know.
He's
Rodri.
very, very, very good. But like you said, you know, if Bruno does do a job on him and stops that supply, stuff like that, you know, we've got to be switched on all over the pitch. I think, you know, with Foden, if Wan-Bissaka's on that side, he has to do a job on him. And even, you know, Bernardo Silva, he's a tricky customer. So they've got strength in depth. But like you said, there's that little inkling of, you know, we could do something here, but everyone's writing us off. So, you know, could it be an underdog story today? I hope so.
Yeah, I think just to go around, I think Rodri's definitely, for me, that connector in the team. Like, everything's going to go through him. I think that's why when we look at, mentioned Ollie a bit earlier, and his record against Manchester City was incredible as Man United's manager, one of the best records of any manager against Pep Guardiola. And I think what was actually very key to that working is how he used to have the likes of like a Jesse Lingard, or later on it was Bruno Fernandes, almost sometimes sit on the defensive midfielder and not allow them to play. So I think honestly that Rodri for me is the key, and you know, Foden would be the second one, because I feel what Foden's done really well this season is he's turned into this like goal scoring mode where it's like out of his feet, bang, out of his feet, bang. He's not just looking around for that next pass. He's thinking, once I get that bit of space, I'm hitting this ball. And his technique's incredible. And obviously we already know how good he is with dribbling at guys and, you know, taking the ball in his feet. But for me, as a pure goal threat in recent months, he's almost a bigger goal threat than anyone else at City, which is mad to say when you got Haaland, but because he could do it in and around the box, he can do it from outside the box. So them two definitely the standouts. I agree.
I will actually read through the Man City lineup if everyone's not seen it. The starting lineup is obviously, you know, that Edison has had his injury issues, so it is Ortega in goal. You've got a back four of Walker, Stones, Ake and Gvardiol. Stones is someone that has barely played, and it's almost like they've kept him in the chamber ready for the FA Cup final. I think he does get wrapped in cotton wool a little bit and played in the important games. And then you've got a midfield of Rodri, Kovacic, De Bruyne, and then you've got a front three of Bernardo, Haaland and Foden. You've just got absolute quality all over the pitch. And then you've got a substitute bench of Carson, who's just signed a new contract, by the way.
Yeah.
Man City, don't know what that's about.
What a guy.
Diaz, Akanji, Rico Lewis, you've got Bob, Nunez, Grealish, Doku and Alvarez. They've also got game changers on the bench, which includes £100 million man as well. So that is a lineup that does strike fear into you. We know how good they are. We've never said anything different, but I think as a fan, we all don't expect much. But when the game gets a little bit closer, you get a little bit of cheeky hope in it. Do you know what I mean? I think can we do it once it starts? It's squeaky bum time. But
first 10 minutes when we don't touch the ball, it might change. But
yeah, exactly.
No, it's one of them. Like, you know, we was having a conversation again. It's just like it's a final, and it's like it's Man United, Man City. The lads have just got to be bang at it. Everyone's got to be up for it, working hard. And we know that they're going to have large spells of possession and stuff like that. But as long as we're organised and we're hard to break down, and then, like you said, the transitions are going to be so important. And you know, we've not talked about Rashford starting, and I'll take it over to my main man here and give it in for round 2. But I feel like he's going to be he could be very important today, because against City in the past he's been vital.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of criticism about people from people saying that they wouldn't have started Rashford. They would have liked to have seen Haaland start. They would have liked to have seen Ahmad start as well. But he has got a very good record against the big 6 teams. I think the game suits him a bit sometimes when he's countering and he's on the transition and he's got less time to think sometimes. But to me, it's about whether he gets cancelled out by Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
That's the matchup.
Just got to be a bit clever with it, though, aren't we? Like, you know, like other teams, you know, he might start off on the left. I know he don't really, you know, like to switch and stuff, but like interchange and stuff.
That's one thing where I talk about how robotic Man United are.
Yeah,
you know, when I compare it to Ancelotti and what Oli did with us, sometimes you just see that, especially with Martial, Rashford, they used to just sort of float like in that front line. You'd see Bruno pop up as a second striker. You'd see Bruno in the box, whereas like with us, it's so robotic. And I feel with them type of players, they can become, you know, when you restrict them so much, and they're already quite frustrating players at times when they're on the ball, as you see with Marcus Rashford, like, then you're not really getting much out of him. And that's why in a game today, I think it's a good point you make that, you know, about the matchup with Kyle Walker, because we've seen him have good games against him. We've seen him struggle. But in general, it's always a pretty good battle. I think what we're seeing at the Etihad last time out, which is this season, obviously he's not had a great season. And for me, like I said in that first half, if on another day, he could have left with 2 or 3 goals in that first half. Outside the one, like, if he mistimes that header and then obviously takes a poor shot at the back post one, I think Bruno sets him up for that one. And you think on another day, like, so today he has to take them chances. But I think he'll get chances today. Him and Garnacho will get chances in that first half. I think definitely before even any change made with Haaland come on, them two will get chances today, I think.
I think last time as well, you know, we was on here and it was a City game. I think we were saying the same thing about him, like, oh, should he not start or should he start? And then obviously he scores the worldie at the Etihad, and then obviously, you know, it's a big game for him, and he's not had the best of season, but this is a game where he could, I'm trying to be positive, he could, like, you know, really step on it and do it. Ronnie's smiling because I don't mean, it's just got to
don't have the look coming for you. Where do you stand on it?
Would you not have started him though? I just want to know, would you not have started him today?
I can see why he started, because of, I think you want the counter-attacking threat and pace. I think you need transition monsters, as they call them, to hurt City, and
that's the way.
That's probably the thinking. Are you in agreement with the fact that Rashford start? What have you kind of thought about the discourse around him this season in terms of his form and some of his issues off the pitch, and the fans kind of seemingly being fed up with him? Where do you stand on it?
I'll say this: I wouldn't have started him today. I wouldn't have started him. Sorry, Abdul. I know your boy.
Yeah, you wouldn't have started him.
Listen, but I hear it. You know what it is, bro? I would have started Ahmad and Garnacho. But the reason is not because Rashford's terrible. Sometimes you just act like he doesn't care, bro. You know, today is the FA Cup final. You get your noisy neighbours. You're Manchester born and bred. You even got left out of the England squad the other day. Show us what you can do, bro. If you're not up for it today.
Not even just out of the squad, he didn't make the provisional squad.
33 man.
33 man. I thought that was the violation. It's not even like he got put in it. And
I feel like Southgate's been waiting for that violation for time, because even when he was on form, he was never getting a start in that World Cup. And you think, like, Ross, I think that, like,
can you blame him?
Southgate's, no, you can't blame him on this time round.
Not this time. He's not been good enough to
Although Jack Grealish, oh my word.
Yeah, that one's crazy. I don't know how he's scammed that.
For me, Jack Grealish is more of like a thing where he's struggled a lot this season. There's murmurs about how he struggled to take care of himself, even getting back into fitness and stuff like that. But it's more about, because a lot of the England players, the forward line, a lot of it's just stop-start players. And you need, like, forget that it's Rashford. Talk about, like, if you're watching as a pure England fan, I think when you watch that last 30 minutes against France, we're sort of taking the discussion away, but you watch the last 30 minutes against France in that World Cup and you think, sub him on now. Nah, Jordan Henderson first. And you think, yeah, he just does not rate you. Like, you're only here in the merit of your form. And it's like the Sancho thing for me, where it's like, he either, from Southgate, he either rates you or he doesn't. Like, that's why Maguire and Shaw will always be in the team. Even where Shaw been for 6 months, he's somehow found himself in this Man United, in this England team. So as a Man United fan, that's quite frustrating. But the point you make about who you start and him caring, like, definitely 100% agree with you. Although I had this discussion last time, and I think the talk of body language and attitude and stuff like that, so much of it is valid, but then I feel like a lot of time people want to over egg it. And I think it reminds me of like a time where we had Paul Pogba, and I think the discussion got too exciting for people. Like every week, it's like, what we're doing on this week's football podcast, Paul Pogba's hair, Paul Pogba's lazy, Paul Pogba's this, and it became like an over egg thing where it's like, great point, great criticism, this, but then it's like when you turn the game on, he might not even be doing an action that's like considered like bad or lazy or whatever, like he doesn't care, but someone will be like, look at him, he's just run 2 meters that way, so he doesn't give a shit. Or like he's walked 2 meters, do you know what I mean? Where it's like, it's bro, I agree with you, bare times, especially with the body language thing, and I just think, sometimes you think mentally, like, come on, like, switch. I agree with you 1,000,000%, but I think what people just are never gonna think is like how everyone over eggs things, and there's always, for me, there's always been that one player where there's a time where it's Paul Pogba, Martial, now it's Rashford, where it's like, yep, this is your number one enemy now set, and it's like, have your criticism. There's definitely criticism with attitude. Like, you could go into this game where you're like, yo, I think someone else should start, agree with you. But I think sometimes people just want to over egg it, like, with that. I think that's for me, it's just balancing it. Like, it's just with that, bro.
I do get you on some of the nitpicking part, but I think sometimes what happens is it's a player's performances and actions that lead up to their game then being nitpicked. His game wouldn't have been nitpicked so much if he was performing, or if he didn't show so many examples of poor body language and that kind of attitude and low work rates, and then people start looking at you through a bit of a microscope, and that's just how it happens. So it can almost feed both ways. But in a game like today, he's gonna start. We talked about the reasons why, and I think it's gonna be an important one in terms of him being on his A game, because if he isn't, I think there's not many other ways in terms of pace and countering that we can actually hurt this City team. So
I can't see him subbing Garnacho off. He seems to just run Garnacho into the ground. So even though at some stage, I think one thing we've not utilised, in my opinion, and obviously like I expect people to kick up a fuss about what I'm going to say, but because it includes Rashford, but I feel like Højlund and Rashford, we've not even allowed them to strike up any sort of like run. Like when you look at that Spurs game earlier in the year, once you got him closer to him in the box, I thought they had something there. But then when you look at the rest of the season, the only combination is Rashford gets the ball deep on the left and it's a ball over the top to Højlund, which everyone surprisingly ignores because apparently he doesn't pass to him. But like that seems to be the only out between them two, where it's like I would have wanted to see them a bit like, you know, if you look at Giroud and Leao last season for Milan and how that partnership worked, like I feel our forward line in general can be so just separated and so like that's why it goes back to the robotic point. Like there's no like fluidity
but that
to it.
comes from a system and a freedom to play and stuff like that.
That's why off the bench I think Højlund coming on, it's going to be interesting like what happens with that, because Højlund for me excites me off the bench because of the last two games. Genuinely does. Like I think he could, especially running into the channels, like that's something I said like the moment he joined. He did so well in Serie A and for Denmark. Even Denmark this season, when you actually watch the games there in the season, I said this, I was watching the game and he was dragging the man wide and he was making the game so difficult for the defenders. Then I'm watching Man United the next week and he's just standing in the box. So I'm starting to think, is this a Højlund problem or is it a Man United problem? You look at the Brighton game, he's going into the channels, he's taking defenders into uncomfortable positions. And I think in a game like today, you know, I don't know who's the defenders out there for City. Who's at the back for City? Is it Diaz?
Stones. Stones is starting, isn't he?
Yeah, Stones is starting. Diaz is on the bench.
Yeah.
And I think, all right, with Stones not even had, I'm a big Stones fan, by the way, but I don't think he's had the greatest of seasons, struggled a bit in and out of injuries. If you bring Højlund on, he will make a difficult, like, I'm looking forward to that exact sub, no matter the game state of the game.
It's one of them, though, like, we talk about when he comes on, we're excited. We've got to be in the game.
Yeah,
that's the game for when, you know what I mean? Like, and we're all for the positivity. We've got to be in the game at that point. I do agree with you because it seems like when he's come off the bench, his performances have been a lot better than when he started. But it's FA Cup final, boys. The 11 players on that pitch against their 11. It's
It is, and we just want to see a performance, don't we? We want to see a performance. We want to see something that we can be proud of. And there's going to be a massive overhaul at the club this summer from a player's perspective. It looks like there's going to be a lot of people that are leaving, being sold, maybe even going on a free. You've seen the likes of Martial's going to be going, Casemiro's going to be going, Varane's going to be going, maybe even the likes of Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka. You've got a bunch of players that look like they could be on a chopping block and leaving. I think this is what better way to go out than putting in a performance and possibly against the odds and getting a result. I know that Martial, I was part of the Martial fan club. I thought I was very excited after the Liverpool, and I think I kind of stuck to him that way. And he's obviously been a massive disappointment. He's been underwhelming, and I'm still sticking by the fact that I think Martial's career arc changed when he moved from left wing to a striker.
I do agree with that.
I think he was always better as a left winger, and I think him trying to become a 9 and putting a little bit of muscle on and his body breaking down has absolutely destroyed him. But I think Martial's just another example of United signing players and their career going downwards rather than up. And
environment is such an underrated factor in football. Honestly, that I think with Man United fans, I've been a big advocate of that over the years on here, that I jump on and I say this all the time. Like, I think as Man United fans, we really underestimate how much an environment can mess a player's career up, and Man United is the epitome of that. Like, how many players have come here and really done it? Like, it's pure signings. Forget players that have come through the academy with Rashford, Greenwood and so on. Like, as pure signings, you look at the names: Alexis Sanchez, Di Maria, Memphis Depay had a lot of noise when we got him in. Paul Pogba, like, signed him at that stage, and even when he had good patches, like, never really maintained them. So a lot of it is mismanagement. And when you change managers every couple of seasons, you look at it like from a Louis van Gaal perspective. Louis van Gaal comes in, he sort of, he was great for both Martial and Marcus Rashford. Then when he comes in later in the season, then Jose comes in and it's like, I want my left wingers to stay, further and deep and wide and, sort of in a different complete style. And then you get Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who's like the opposite and allows more fluidity, more stuff going on in the forward line. And it's that constant change is so underrated to how much it can impact players. And I think only the elites of the elite can maintain them changes. And that's why for me, like, obviously with Bruno Fernandes, that it would hurt if he doesn't like win anything major at Man United, because I feel like he's rid the storm a bit. But that's why no one's really maintained that high level at Man United, and that is one of the reasons for me.
Yeah, I agree. So I'll ask you this, Kofi. Obviously, Ineos have come in. You've seen the changes they're making. We spoke about the culture at the club and how, other than Bruno, players very rarely come here and be a success. Have you got any confidence in what you've seen so far? Or are you kind of just waiting in terms of Ineos can actually make these positive changes from the football side and the culture?
They came and made a lot of changes, so it did seem like it was urgent. I see they're looking at them on a new manager, so it looks positive. But at the same time, bro, I don't have faith, man. Like, all the years of signings coming in, even signing people like, we signed someone from Arsenal's medical team. Since then we've had so many injuries. We need to get the right staff in, the right players. There's so much things need to change, bro. So it's not going to be an easy fix. We shouldn't expect instant success. I want to give them time, but you get me? If it's like 2-3 seasons in, it's not looking good, I'm going to be thinking, what is this? Because the Glazers are still about as well. Let's not forget that. It's not a full takeover.
The only thing is the Glazers have no say in the footballing side of it anymore, I don't think. And I from what I do know, the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe are both at the game today, as they should be. But I'll
be more confident when I see who they appoint, if they appoint someone. You know what I mean? That's when I'll be more on board with the thing. Because right now I'm not too sure. Let's get on time.
And how they navigate their first transfer window,
for real.
because you want to be excited when we go into the next season. But there's also another thing I wanted to talk about. We talked about matchups, we talked about personnel from both sides. We've got Martinez. They've got a 6'4" robot up front. Martinez was our best defender last season, and probably still is our best centre half. And it's unreal how good he is in terms of for his height. I know people make the height jokes, etc. But what do you think about his possible matchup today with Erling Haaland?
It's mad because we're talking about Foden, all these guys. We haven't mentioned Haaland yet. It's gonna be tough, bro. Because obviously he just came back from injury. I don't know if he's fully fit. I know he's played, but last time he came back, he got injured straight away. So it's gonna be tough. But the height's not a problem for me, man. Martinez is very mobile. He's good on the ball. But Haaland, he picks up these positions where it's gonna be tough for him, man. Especially Varane as well. Varane's a little bit not stiff, but you know what I mean. Sometimes he can be a bit flat-footed. He's getting older in his career, so it's gonna be tough for them, man. As we knew, Man City is always gonna be tough, but. Let's just see.
I think Varane's going to have to take that mantle of marking Haaland, I think. Because one thing that's very underrated about Varane, what I didn't know until he came here, I think his box defending's insane. Like, he's great. He's great in the box.
Very good. Yeah. I think for me, like, when you talk about Martinez, like, when he does come up against these big lads, because he gets around the ankles, he's an ugly sort of player, and he is physical. I'm sure he'll love the little bit of bite and a little bit of a challenge, but like you said, Ronnie, I think that Varane needs to do a job on him, physically.
But the problem is sometimes we focus too much on Haaland, like they want to stop Haaland, and sometimes they do all right with him. Then there's Foden that comes in.
Yeah, but the thing is with I've had this conversation with a few City fans, like overall play and like patterns of play, Haaland doesn't really get involved. Yeah. It's more like, again, a typical striker. He comes alive, in the box, 6-yard box, and he's an absolute bagsman. And it's like you've got to be able to defend and do carry out that with the roles and responsibilities. And like you said, Foden, the creative lad, De Bruyne, the midfielders need to get tight to Rodri. I'm looking forward to this because it's like at the end of the day, it's a final. It's a Manchester derby. It's a final, and let's see who stands up and let's see who's counted. And there's a little bit of hope there. It might go away after the first 10 minutes, but you've got to trust the lads to do the job. It's a final at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%. I just saw a comment there. I can't remember who said it, but that said, Abdullah looks like the guy that brings the gear to the after party. So.
Listen. At least there's an after party. Hey.
I saw that just then, and that made me laugh. I can't lie. I kind of see it.
I hear it, man.
I think it's the hat, bro.
I think it's the gut. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
don't get the weather you're expecting, hopefully. Do you know what I mean? But do you know what? We literally we're 15 minutes out from the. I think we got Andy Tate in the back there. We're gonna find out what he wants to say on the lineup. You look very excited, Andy Tate. Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Abdullah will come for your neck. You know what I mean?
The Rock would say, bring it.
The Rock.
Do you know what I mean? But no, this is when my nerves.
Take him out the squad, man. If it makes Andy a bit more comfortable.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
take his 6 goals as well with him in the derby.
He scores an hat-trick. Point back in the England.
No, it's alright. Keep it back.
It's mad how it's 15 minutes to go. Like, it seems like it's taking forever. The game.
15 minutes to go, man. 15 minutes till goal time, and for very little expectation, I'm getting that big game nervousness now.
He's on the screen at the minute. We've not spoke about Mainu. I think he's had a fantastic breakthrough season, and to be involved in an FA Cup final, and his performances have been fantastic. So hopefully he has a great game today, and what a story that is, and what a season for the young lad.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. It's not easy for an 18-year-old to come into such a dysfunctional side where the midfield was a definite structural issue in terms of what was expected and required of the players. I feel like Tanaga's a very demanding philosophy, especially when it comes to midfielders, and his quality is shone through, and I think he's shown up quite a lot of his teammates that are much more experienced than him.
His breath of fresh air since he's come in, and like his composure, the way he carries himself, his aura about him, even the way he speaks and the way he plays, and fair play to him. It's a great first year. Hopefully there's a big performance from him today.
Yeah, because you got Garnacho as well, who's how many games have you started in a row now, Garnacho?
38.
And I think
27?
38 in a row. He works tirelessly as well. I think there's been a few dips in his form recently, but that's what you need to expect. Because to me, I think Garnacho's at a stage of his career where he should only be an impact sub at Manchester United. The fact that he's got to be relied upon to start week in, week out, when I don't know if he's quite at that level yet. I think he definitely can be. But
a lot of it isn't tiredness though, and that's what worries me with Garnacho. A lot of it is like, yeah, I see the man, but I'd rather take a very low percentage shot on my left foot.
Yeah, it's just decision making. His decision making needs a lot of work. But we've seen it before. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, mate. But like we've seen it before, like with Alanga, for example, when he gets put in straight away, and then his performances start to dip, then the fans start to get on him. It's not at that stage yet.
I agree.
But like,
I think Alanga was I think it's more about you see with Alanga, bro. I rate Garnacho's quality higher, and with Alanga. With Garnacho, my worry is a lot of it is it tends to be like the way we're looking at his minutes, like 2,500 minutes. This over 2,500 minutes. This season,
he's had the most minutes by Premier League by a teenager. Garnacho, by nearly 400 minutes.
And that there you go. That's a lot of football. But for me, when you're playing that much football, when I see you and there's a man there on a cutback every time, and you think, nah, I'm just gonna think. And I think when we talk about decision making, a lot of it is like. You can't go into this like main character Ronaldo zone of like he's got this whole Ronaldo thing going. He's like, nah, mate, your time will come. Like he's got a lot of quality about him, but so many times a man will be there on a cutback and he'll be like, nah, I'm gonna shoot. And I think it doesn't create any sort of harmony in that front three. When he's playing, like if he lifts his head and starts passing, he'll be an insane. Like that's one thing. If Garnacho adds that next season, I'd be buzzing because I think that's the one part of his game where I think once he does that. He'll go up a whole nother level because he is very dangerous.
Yeah, well, we've got Andy Tate primed and ready. He said bring it on, and now he's in stats corner. So Andy, tell me everything, positive, negative. What is your view on the FA Cup final, the team, Ten Hag, our expectations? What do you reckon, Andy?
Well, I think, as the T-shirt says, this is the one. This is whatever happens in the next couple of days, this is about the next 2 hours and how we try to save our season with the team that's been put out. And a bit disappointed Rashford starting, but like I say, everyone's entitled to an opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, it's football.
Ahmed's been playing well previously, and I say he would have been my starter, but I think Kyle Walker's got the better of him in the last few derbies. Like you say, you scored a wonder goal in the last derby, then you have 2 1-on-1s, you break through, and you're like an F1 car, you just fall short at the grid, don't you? You just chug like, you just run out of juice. Yeah. That's what Rashford is. Not if a better Rashford from last season would have scored them goals. I mean, I'm happy with the squad, but I'm disappointed that Rashford's starting. Højlund as well. Let's say impacting. But Garnacho, that's why we're saying thingy before. He's so dependent we're so dependent on Garnacho, dependent, and I don't know where we go. I can't predict a score today because I think we all need this. Me personally, I need it.
Yeah,
I say enough is enough.
Yeah, we have to see. Everyone's in the chat saying that you look fresh, Andy.
Fresh.
Yeah, everyone's digging.
I've done the night shift. I've had 3 hours sleep. I've had the sunshine blaring through my head. I've been pumping out Stone Roses, trying to remain calm. Go on, Miller. But yeah,
give us an up the RH, and
pardon?
Give us an up the RH.
Up the RH.
Up the RH.
He's not even familiar with the slogan. He don't know it.
Mental.
To be fair, me and Kofi had a night shift as well last night.
Man.
So we're on par.
We're here now.
Everyone.
Get me, made it.
I mean, what's a night shift to you? Tequila slammers or something?
And the rest.
I don't know what Kofi drinks. But
is it a bit of PlayStation 5?
It's night out, man.
I mean, the current and the manager situation today, I think it's been absolute. If it's true, because I've heard Ten Hag now, these interviews the last 24 hours, I'm staying. We're getting a new Carrington, a new base. And basically, it stinks of betrayal. I don't want Kieran McKenna, David Moyes 2.0, or more like Michael Myers 2.0, because it'll be a flipping horror show next season. With a set of players who undermined him last year. That was allegedly said. Thought he was a bit of a school teacher.
Yeah, I saw that.
I've heard Thomas Tuchel, I've heard De Zerbi, I've heard Caff from on reception at Old Trafford.
Surprised she's not been linked.
You should probably get a better tune out of these.
Listen, as long as we get a manager that doesn't give us minus goals by the end of the season.
No, I just think
we
it
might
stinks.
have an upgrade.
If the manager goes, these players are getting another clean slate, and it stinks. And it's not acceptable. And if other players who are away, who think they're going to be in a Champions League final and they think they're going to be real gangster, you're going to get. I don't give a shit if you win it, Sancho. I will give you shit next season. I don't give a shit. It's not going to be a nice place, Old Trafford, next season. Depending on who the manager is, I won't back Kieran McKenna.
The thing is,
from this moment, you can quote me. I will not back Kieran McKenna.
Do you think you should keep Ten Hag?
I'll support the team, but I will not back Kieran McKenna.
Would you keep Ten Hag, and?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yes. But, like you say, just be a bit more honest with us. Maybe he's had to be snidey and tell a few pork pies between now and in the last few months. We were one of the best attacking sides in the league.
Let's criticise players. Let's criticise managers as balanced as possible. Be a better manager, coach better.
I agree.
Players perform better.
True,
but also,
Be
what's
honest.
the point is, a lot of these players are his players. A lot of these players have come in the last 2 years. There's not many players that people think that many of the players have survived from Jose or not. No, they haven't. There's been a massive overhaul. There's a lot of players in this team that are his players, that whether it's him or the club side, I don't give a shit. A lot of 2-3 players, more than 2-3-4 players are starting in this team. They've been in over the last couple of years. So I think it's something that's just become a buzzword. Like Roy Keane will go on and say they've thrown the gaffer under the bus again next year. Thrown the gaffer.
Yeah,
we're going to start saying that until we see Cobby at 29. And you think,
this is what I mean.
Do you know what I mean? I think there's just a balance to it.
If we get a new manager, if we're not in around the top 4 after 10 games, it's going to be curtains for him from after 10 games. You watch it. You mark my words. Not if it's another manager.
It's hard though. It needs to be like, if they bring in a new manager, it needs to be a plan in place where it's like.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. If Ineos can do what they want because they've bought their
I get that, but
project, but it reeks of Wolf of Wall Street. Is any of this legal?
You can't
Absolutely
have it quick
not.
fix.
I think Ronnie made a good point about Ten Hag having a year. Is it a year left in his contract?
Left in his contract.
So he's got a year left in his contract, and when you look at that, you think you either commit to him or you don't, because then it's like, what's the plan, sort of thing. So if they bring in a Kieran McKenna, if they bring in a Tuchel, whatever, as long as there's a plan, you bring in Kieran McKenna because he's had to back-to-back promotions, his style of football, his younger manager that understands modern football better.
It's Ipswich Town.
No,
back-to-back promotion. Anyone can get back-to-back. Stockport County got back-to-back promotions.
Arteta had never managed.
Seasons ago. Hell of a difference.
Arteta had never managed a single top
team in the Premier League.
We're not at time.
Winning promotion.
Order.
Hey, listen.
You're not going to Old Trafford if he comes then, McKenna. You never going to Old Trafford.
I still go Old Trafford, but I'm not backing him.
And
people
what's the
can
point of being a
criticise
fan?
him.
All right, lads. Order in the court,
that's an opinion, mate.
Order in
like
the
you.
court, lads. Andy.
It's kicking off.
Mags down,
It's
please,
kicking
boys.
off, but we've got an FA Cup final, so we can speak about the future. We can cross that bridge when we get to it. But
this is now.
Come on, the lads. Come on.
I mean?
FA Cup final.
Right
Let's
now.
go. Come on. We're together. Like the
players-
Reds on the pitch.
The
We're
players are
together.
walking
Come on.
out. The players are walking out. There's some mad things.
Can we
Super Bowl
get
cancel.
can we segregate just a little bit in the middle there, segregation, stewards and that
For real,
before
man.
it
What's
kicks
the
off?
security, bro?
Nah, I love it. It's what it's about. Isn't it, Andy?
This is like Triple H, The Rock guys. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is the Attitude
God,
Era.
I love it,
still love that era.
I love it, mate.
Yeah, we've almost got 3K people watching, but we haven't got enough likes for my
Get
liking.
the likes in there.
And
Like
so,
the thing, man.
can we please hit the like button? We're trying to get to 1,000 likes before the game starts. So you've got approximately 10 seconds.
Come on, the lads.
Just smash the like button. Definitely helps us out. You've got.
What scores are we
I'm not even
going?
that was actually my next question.
Oh, sorry, mate. I don't want to take over, mate. It's
You
fine.
can if
Sorry,
you want.
mate.
You know.
No, I don't. I think you're doing a fantastic job, mate. I don't know. I don't
I was
want
about
to.
to compliment your time.
Sorry,
as well.
mate.
I can see it.
It's
I
good,
can see
isn't
it.
it?
It's good, isn't it? All right. So the players are out. They'll line up. I think the game will start in a couple of minutes or so. But I want you in the chat to tell me what your score predictions are for the game, and then we are going to give ours. So Kofi, what is your match prediction? And we'll go round the table.
I've got a feeling that tonight is going to be a good night. I'm going to say 1-0 Man United. 77th minute.
Oh.
Rashford. No.
Oh.
Hoyland.
Clean sheet.
Yeah, clean sheet.
Clean sheet.
Listen, go big or go home, man. That's what I'm saying.
They
Don't
must be
mind
getting
it.
2 red cards in the first 5 minutes. That's certainly for us to keep a clean sheet. Yo, I'm going. You know what? I have one prediction that I stuck to throughout the season, bar one day. But 3-1. Always 3-1 United. No matter how bad we are, good we are, 3-1 United.
What do you think, RH?
I'm gonna be positive. I think 2-1 win. The Reds.
Please,
Positivity
United, man. Come
is
on, man.
key.
You take a man. I'm thinking that we can sneak a 2-1 maybe. 2-1. I think we ride our luck, and that is my hopeful opinion anyway.
Oh, no,
I wouldn't even be surprised if we went to extra time. Andy, what's your prediction?
I'll go for a very close 2-1 for United. If they take the inspiration of when we beat them last season, because we were pretty good that game. So go with that mentality. And they've got to have the mentality. Celtic Rangers today as well. If they have that mentality, Rangers are going to be going at it with Celtic today. That's what United need that mentality.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because Celtic have won 3 in a row. City have won a title. This is the last bit. This is what I mean. They've got to be up for it.
You don't need no motivation for an FA Cup final.
Man.
Manchester derby. It's in the
Apparently in the last 2 derbies they didn't get that memo.
mate.
I've always been in agreement when that was even when played. I think players are responsible for their own motivation for the
I
most
agree.
part.
As soon as you go across that white line, it's on you, innit?
You got some managers that can galvanise and probably keep you in check, especially when it comes to half time. But in my opinion, I think
You always got to be up for it.
if you're a United player and an FA Cup final against Man City and you need motivating, then you've got something seriously
Don't play
wrong
the
with you.
game,
Bro,
mate. Don't play it.
even at school football, when you're playing against your 10s and 11s, you got motivation. If you're up for this game, I don't know what to tell
They're
you.
some of the
bro.
best games I've ever played.
You know what I mean? That's El Clasico, bro.
Do you know what I mean? So
come on, the Reds.
come on.
Let's go.
Can we pull it off?
I hope so.
I've just got deja vu. That's crazy.
What from last year? So
Nah.
time I bloody get it.
10 seconds
I mean,
later.
that is, it was blast my head when I get that. Do you know what I mean?
It is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably weird. I feel like I've been in this exact same scenario.
As long as City don't kick off.
Nah, there's no Gundogan. We're good, man.
Get through the first 8 seconds, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was that? How quickly did Gundogan score last
13
time?
seconds.
13 seconds.
You know what's mad? On the way down, the one thing I was banging on about was just first few minutes. Literally first few minutes. I was get there, I turned to the guy next to me like, yeah.
I always say it. I feel like a broken record when I come on here, but the first 10-15 minutes of the games are vital. Just to get your foot in the game, start on the front foot. When we're at our best, we start on the front foot and we take pressing off the ball as well as keeping it on the ball. That's what we need to do. If you just sit off these and they just play keep ball for 15-20 minutes, it's soul destroying. And they're good enough to find the gaps and play through. But come on, big game.
Let's go, man. So nervous, bro.
Ah, shit. Squeaky bum time already.
It'd
be so good to beat the cheats, man.
Beat the cheats.
Beat the cheats.
That's class.
Oh, come on, man. And Foden deserves to be on the losing side for that trim alone.
Yeah, that trim. I don't know what
Still
he's
getting
doing.
trims like he's on the street corner.
When player of the season, he can do what he wants, man. When you're proper, you do what you want.
Premier League player of the year, though.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
So he got 6 Premier League titles, 23.
Come on, Rasha.
Rashford,
big performance,
on,
mate. Needs a big one.
Please, bro. Show me something, man. We're backing him, but come on, man. You got to help us help you. You know
If he scores in the final, that's like, I think he scored a goal in every round of the FA Cup. So
who?
Come on,
Rashford.
Yeah.
Have you got like a Rashford stat diary at home?
Nah, I just remembered because I was there when he scored in the FA Cup semi against West Ham away. Or quarters. Oh, did he score it? No, he's not scored in the semi, has he?
Did he score against Coventry? Did
Fake news then.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. No, he hasn't. No. Fake news.
No.
Why do I hate the
Come
fact
on,
that
lads.
the FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley? I can't be the only one that doesn't like that.
I don't mind it,
I feel like it. Nah,
It's better when it was at like Villa Park or something like that. Old school.
I never caught that era, but when I watch the games back here, I just think
they used to hold him at like. They used to pick a different neutral ground this season. Yeah.
That would be nice.
Old Trafford had like a couple, I think. I remember like finding a game there.
Oh yeah, the Arsenal Sheffield United game.
And there was like Chelsea, someone else.
Seaman pulled off a world, didn't he?
Chelsea, Liverpool, bloody hell.
Fellafield.
Never heard of it.
Come on, lads.
Well, the time is now. It's kicked off.
Let's go.
Game has started, and
How many seconds is that then?
how many? Come on.
no.
All right. Well,
Win that
no,
head
not
off.
again.
They're doing it again.
Not
It's like
again.
they're mocking
No.
it, innit? Like,
I know, we can't. Here we go, Rashid.
Go on,
Oh, go on.
Rashford.
It's our turn
Oh.
then. Go on
Oh my
then.
God.
Go on.
He's already in.
What the hell?
Go on.
Okay.
The way he got caught up then.
I love that.
Yo,
I don't
Walker.
mind
Walker's
it.
I feel like
rapid,
Walker's
bro.
never lost his pace. Like, it's just always like on
Nah,
that
he's lost
same
a bit. He's
level.
lost a bit, but like
He's
he's
just
still
rapid.
because
Yeah.
he's so fast. He's still like
Yeah,
he's still
very
fast
good,
enough.
Walker.
Get him.
Go on, Scott. You got to get in there, buddy. Wow.
Oh, why is it
Christ.
so
No,
open now?
please, no.
Tell you what, it started. Oh,
Oh shit!
oh,
Get
I
up.
don't know.
Get up.
I hope he
They'll
doesn't.
check it. They'll check it.
Yeah,
but
I think that's
you
soft
can't.
though.
You can't give that anyway.
I
What's he
think-
meant to
I
do?
think
Get
it's
out of the
soft.
way.
I think that's good defending, but you know,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
What's he meant to do?
You won't give.
I think the Shaq rule will work against him.
No. Chuck on, you tan.
can't
There's no chance. What's he meant to do?
What? No, get up, man.
Look at him, he's sprawled in the air
Nah,
as well.
it's not a pen. That.
If they give that as a pen, there's just no point, is there?
Yeah, there's no chance.
Nah, I won't give
I think
that.
it's- I think
He's a
it's
bit too soft. do you know
What's
what
he
I mean?
meant to do? Move out of the way so he don't touch
Do you know
him.
what I mean?
He's got to put his body in there.
Yeah.
I also think the Shaq rule. You know the Shaq rule. It works against big strikers. I think
for real,
Martinez,
for real.
because he's smaller than a lot of centre halves, he's allowed to be a little bit more rougher.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's how I play. I'm sure. I'm always
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
touch tight. Have to,
about
bro.
and that.
Explosive
Good.
start though. United got in early through Rashford.
And
Haaland
then they
there.
almost
Martinez
got in.
puts him off.
Which one on that phase there?
Yeah, on
feel
that
like-
phase leading up to that.
Possibly.
I feel
yeah.
like they couldn't.
He tried, didn't
With when you were on about when Haaland were driving. You
There
on
was,
about that
it
one?
was four
Yeah.
of them. I'm not even one putting a
Yeah.
tackle. McTominay was nearest.
Come on, boys.
You get away with them as well. The first one, like
Yeah.
50.
I
You
told
can get
you,
away with that.
Look who's in the VAR room.
Go on.
Oh, you gotta get this.
Let's not start this, lads.
Good. Well done, you. Unlucky.
All right.
That's what you need to get around
Look
it, though,
sharp
don't
enough,
you?
though, getting tight at least.
Started very
Getting about
quick,
the
on it?
pace.
Frantic.
When do you not think Amrabat will get his first yellow card? Because he's definitely going to get one. I'm saying 33 minutes.
I think our
hopefully
whole
not
midfield
not too.
get
With
one.
a combative midfielder, not too early.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
'cause
not too early.
ruins the
Trouble
rest of
that,
the game,
yeah.
innit?
For real.
And no Casemiro on the bench as well. So you ain't got a DM.
Yeah.
Probably have to push like McTominay there if anything happens.
It's mad how Stones has barely played recently. Been on a bench, been injured, and then they just throw him in for big games.
real.
You just got to hope he's got a bit of ring rust.
Hope so, yeah.
He's a good player, though, isn't he?
He's
Yeah,
quality.
he's quality.
He's quality.
Game settled down a bit now after the start being quite
Yep.
frantic.
This is how you
Get out
expect
there.
it to be in it now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as they're organised with
As long
the
as
with
we're
the shape and
It
stuff,
looks
it's
organised.
fine, isn't it?
It looks okay.
Good.
That's what I
Yeah,
like.
that's what
Get
I'm
stuck
saying.
in,
See
man.
Bruno getting close to Rodri at least. That's what I'm looking at.
I love Bruno, you know.
The thing is with that, Ronnie, like you bob on and you're right, but that's probably why they rely on Stones, because he can step out to play. So if he does do that, he's got
Yeah,
the
he can
capabilities
all play, can't he?
to unlock
it's like
things.
McTominay sat on Rodri there, innit? Like,
Mm.
wherever he shifts.
I would rather that anyway because of the physicality.
Got Garnacho tucked right in as well.
That's it. Just keep your
Come on,
shape.
boys.
We're seeing what the game's going to be like.
Yeah.
It's kind of setting the pace a bit.
We expect this
Nervy.
though, don't we? We expect them just to keep the ball and stuff.
As long as you don't create too many.
Cat playing with a mouse. Only this one version's Tom and Jerry.
Get on, man.
He loves his quotes
And
today.
he's got
He's
the
on
line
form,
book
innit?
today. You know what I mean?
He's on
On
form
fire,
today,
innit?
the lad.
Jeez.
So
Very, very
just
deep.
keep your shape.
Mainly
That's fine.
basically stood on.
There we go.
Pick your moments to jump
Yeah.
out.
When and
Jumped
where.
out.
There you go. Good.
Don't mind it.
Don't
Oh,
mind.
come on, ref. Bernardo Silva,
At least we got a good defensive shape going.
4 minutes in, no goals conceded, man. Let's count our blessings, man.
That's where we're at though.
We take
That's
the
where we're at now.
6 to
4
go.
minutes.
We take the small wins.
Seriously.
I'm celebrating every 5 minutes.
If we bag, man.
That's
thought it would
scene
be
today,
like-
mate.
I'm concerned about.
Oh, here we go. Go on then.
Go on.
Oh,
Loose
Well
touch.
done.
Don't
Good.
mind this, man.
it's got to be a mistake there, man. Surely.
Because even City
I think
against Tottenham,
it's the deep build. Yeah, go on.
City against Tottenham, they looked a bit that they could be got out of there. So today, if they do the same thing, hopefully we can get at them. But when it's us, they're always on it, bro.
They've been
Other
getting-
teams are a bit shaky, but us, they're always on it. But it's a
Right.
derby, that's how it should be, man. We need to match that, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't mind them having the ball here though. Like, can't really hurt us here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's when like you said there, Ronnie. If one goes, we all need to go together. Otherwise, it'll just pick us off.
Yeah.
Gaps everywhere.
This is where it becomes a bit techie because, like, you
here
see
we
where
go.
De Bruyne dropped there.
Yeah.
There we
And then
go. Smash.
that'll take someone out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
but
do
that's
you
what they want, innit? That they draw people in and play. It's like the centre halves. If you ever notice when City centre halves, they just put the foot on the ball, drag someone in, and then play the pass. Like when the man comes, clever.
That's why, like, with Pep, everyone's technical, big or small. Like,
For a technical side though, that City always touted to be, they're very physical one as well, man.
Yeah,
They've got
but
big
that's what he's
imposing
done well.
players. They're very strong on set pieces too, which is another concern of mine.
I think Pep clocked that last season when, like, you seen him. Obviously, they went for Paqueta, never happened, and then obviously
Physicality.
signed Gvardiol. Like, you start looking at the team's actually big, but they could play. And you knew you were in trouble like last season because you look at them, you're like,
Get out there,
"Wait,
Cobby."
by Haaland as well.
Well done.
Haaland's probably
See it
the
out.
least technical.
I like
Like, I know all he's needed is to score them goals.
So
man.
far, he's done very well there. Well done.
so
Of course he
good.
does. He never gives the ball away.
Fantastic.
That's
That's
it.
it. Square ball. What you?
muppets!
Square ball,
Easy
lads.
pass as well, bro.
Well done, Varane.
Come
Go on, let's go,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta be
Push
careful
out
with them
now. Push
square
out,
balls
push
like
out.
Just got to make sure we keep it on
Go
the
on,
counter press.
go on. Played, go on. In there.
I think we like let's us have a spell now where
Yeah,
we
you
keep
know what
it
I
and
mean?
let's be calm and like
Play
try
some
and just
football.
force things. Just keep it.
I was thinking this about Lissandro. Do you think if the
Nice.
next manager comes in, do you think we could? Oh, Bruno catches Garnacho there.
Go on then.
Do you think we'd see Lissandro play in midfield? Because
What,
I know
like a
that
holding
Eric Ten
midfielder?
Hag said he wouldn't do it.
He said he's not capable.
I was
He's not
thinking left back, you know.
Left back's not bad.
I wouldn't
shout.
mind
I
him
think
there.
Thingy wanted him for left back. I think that's where Arsenal wanted him for.
Arteta, sorry. Yeah.
Because they said left. They saw Martinez someone that could be left back, but then do the inverted thing of going
Yeah.
inside, which
Yeah,
obviously
he
you know he's got
would've
the quality on the
He
ball to
would've
do
been
it.
quality,
That would have been
yeah.
nice.
Loves
Oh.
a reverse pass, doesn't it?
And then he had to set off with Zinchenko instead.
They got Timber now, innit? Schenko was awful.
Do you know what's mad? Zinchenko was the guy that was meant to be like just the absolute techie ball
techie,
player,
yeah.
and he even lost that part of his game this
Yeah.
season.
He doesn't look on it at all,
Yeah.
does he? Oh, no, over
He's
the top.
offside, I
I
think.
think
Is he off?
Rashford's off though. Mate,
He's
Walker,
rapid,
man.
innit?
Too easy, mate.
That is
Too easy.
Walker does that
There
to
we go.
everyone.
Well done,
He
Bruno.
does it to everyone,
Very
man.
good.
Come on. Kyle Walker's been doing that for 15 years. He's been watching
mean,
the Premier
You
League.
got to rattle them
Was it-
early, man.
Was that?
You can't
Bruno,
just
very
turn,
good
it's
on
not
the-
like
on the
FIFA
press
where you
there.
can add like an attribute of like pace to beat Walker to everything.
But to be fair, the first duel there, in the first couple of seconds, he was
was
on
off.
it there.
I
But
think
then,
he's
bro,
so
Walker just
important.
goes like this.
He's so important to the way they defend though. So like, I want to see what they do once Walker
Yeah,
leaves.
Walker, yeah.
Like, because I think they actually need someone that's
Yeah,
kind
he
of
He was
just that
close to
top
leaving,
set.
wasn't he? And like last summer, it was like Bayern or something.
Well done.
Yeah.
They probably get someone
Nice.
All right,
Go on then.
nice.
Forward,
Go
forward,
now.
forward, forward.
Go on.
with the options though.
Good.
Go on.
Have a
Yes,
sc-
Bruno.
Go on, 1v1.
Go on.
1v1. Hit it.
Hit it.
Oh, brilliant.
Well played.
That's good.
Very
It's good.
nice.
It's good. It's good.
Very good move.
Don't mind it.
Well done.
Could do a bit better there though, don't you think?
Team effort, bit central, but
I don't mind
nice.
that though.
Don't mind it.
Don't mind it,
Good
but-
bit of play.
Good play.
No,
Very
just
good.
gonna hit
That.
the back of the net as long as we keep making them moves.
Yeah.
I would have maybe waited for Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the overlap there, but
Yeah.
Got to shoot
you
there,
got to
haven't
shoot. You got to take the chance.
I think we've already played better than we did against Brighton anyway.
I was gonna say City lost.
Nah,
last
not
season.
even that. I thought Brighton, I didn't. We won 2-0,
Oh,
but I think the first
horrible
half
game,
we were.
innit?
Dalot's done that little reverse pass into the 10 twice now and getting
Yeah.
joy off that. That's the beauty of having a right footer at left back.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the recent games, it's
Oh, sugar. Here we go. Go on,
Sorry,
stay with
but
him, stay with him, stay with him. Shoulders, check
That's
your
fine.
shoulders. Well
Well
done,
in,
great
well
defending.
in, good defending from
He's
Amrabat
definitely
and
only.
Lissandro
He's
there.
definitely crossed that because he's seen the Martinez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stand,
Diogo
stand.
against Bernardo Silva,
Stand.
not
The
an
guys
easy one.
just-
Oh,
it's good
sugar.
ball now.
Oh,
That'll
shit.
do, well done,
Right.
well done.
Well
Good.
played, United. Good defending.
Good.
It's not going to be an easy
Good
one.
little pass.
Nah,
that
every
from
attack's
Brighton.
going to be a bit of a...
Good defending.
Yeah,
from
talking about the
Martinez.
fullbacks, I feel like Wan-Bissaka's played at left back quite a bit recently, especially when it's Rashford, probably down to defensive duties, like with Eric Ten Hag not rating him. But today, the Lowe's at left back, which I think going down the left,
Have you got alerts?
a bit more exciting.
No, never, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how people
I
do
noticed
that.
you in it, bro. No,
I never had that. I'm shook.
I ain't trying to see 1-0.
But I think BB. I think we're not behind though.
I've got
'cause
alerts,
Steve
but I
said-
don't look at them.
You know, Delors central.
Delors picks it up there. Oh.
He does that quite a lot, though.
Helps us a lot, though. The amount of times we evade the press with him doing that.
Mm.
I like Delors, man.
Me too, man.
He's had a
He's
great
one of
season,
my
to be
favourite
fair.
players.
What do you think of the Man United third kit? I like it.
I hate it.
I like it.
I think it stinks, man.
I hate the second one. Looks like a cricket shirt.
No, I like that one.
I like that.
I've not seen
I
it.
think that was cold.
I do get what you're saying though by looking like a cricket shirt. I like the colours, but I don't like the design.
Well done.
The white
The
one
third
is
one,
nasty,
Jesus,
the
bro.
see that
third one
touch then?
looks like a Santos
Trampoline
kit.
then.
Bro, it's like a t-shirt you
Go
wear
on.
to the beach.
Trampoline, eh?
Yo, listen,
Trampoline,
I got a
man.
feeling there's a mistake in the City defence, man. I just got
No,
like
you're right.
someone's slipping
Oh,
up.
you're right, bud.
Someone's slipping up.
You just got to pounce on it. Because as I said, City do give you opportunities. Do you know what I mean?
They do, yeah, they do.
Do you know what I mean? So
Everyone behind
usually the
the ball,
opportunities they give you are big ones as well. But
Yeah, exactly.
it's
with
about
the
whether you
space.
take them.
Well done.
Love that.
Oh, brilliant.
Go on.
No, it's all right. Keep the ball.
Oh,
Well done.
right,
Good.
Well
Spinny-
played, Dan,
Spinaroonie.
Baba.
Spinaroonie. Booker T.
Now
Love
to
it.
the left. No pissing about. There we go.
Oh, no, there's a character in it.
Left again. No. Well played.
Straight.
Come on, man. Someone should be on that.
Seconds.
On Cobby.
Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky.
He always tries to play in it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Don't mind it,
It's
though.
just a
I
test
rate
rather than
that,
just
man.
head it back.
Listen, it
Nice.
might go
Shows
wrong
that
the odd
composure,
couple of
mate.
times,
Don't
but
mind that.
I don't mind that at all because the
Yeah.
moment you bring that down,
Proper
it
footballer,
changes,
mate.
Yeah.
changes
Settles.
everything.
How many times see people like, oof, just
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
it's minging, mate. Just get it down and play.
It's McTominay, bro. Straight
Yeah.
ahead in that.
It's a change, innit?
It's just ugly to watch, though, isn't it?
It's one of my bugbears, you know,
Yeah.
right, Rich? You know that one
No,
where they
I-
bring it and they can bring it down, but they just want to. They don't believe in
Don't
themselves.
back
innit? So they
themselves,
just head it-
mate.
So they just head it.
Bring it down and play.
Do you know what it is though? Sometimes it can be a bit of a risk because if you want to take a touch there, it's a bit sticky. But I feel like
I
it's
see-
a risk worth taking because once you brought that down there, you're in a, you could just play
100%,
straight away.
mate.
It's
And
not
he's
like
good enough to
50-50.
bring it down and
Well,
play,
top
so
level
why
players,
wouldn't
innit?
you?
The one the other day, was it Newcastle?
Yeah. Yeah, in the air, and we just
Good.
chested it.
Ah, runner. I switched off there.
It's okay,
Stand.
it's okay, it's okay.
Stand.
Oh, God.
Oh. Well done, Varane, brilliant. That's what you're saying before between
Alert,
between the defensive,
Winners.
Come
between
on.
the sticks.
Come on, Reds.
Very good.
On that.
Hey.
Go on,
You
out.
know? Like it though. Let them know you're there.
Bit of fight, bit of passion.
Listen, the game's
How we feeling? How we feeling?
Reds.
How many minutes?
Yeah.
12 minutes. Okay.
You know what worries me with Garnacho? Like he's so I'm not saying he's lazy, but like runners always seem to run off
That's
him in the
an
track. You
honor,
know, like
bro.
defensively.
Experience
Like, yeah,
wise,
but it's just like
experience in space is that.
so if the fullback gets the ball and he's inside,
He
and then
swips.
Foden's his man, he'll ball watch rather than
What
follow
game
the
did
man.
we do cover A
We
together?
did it together.
We
He
did,
was
he
doing
had
exactly
it a
the same
lot that
thing.
day. Was it Liverpool? I think it was
think it
Liverpool.
was
Was it us?
He had
Yeah,
it
I
a
can't
lot
remember. I
that
think it
day.
might have been Liverpool.
Yeah, it was Liverpool. He had it a lot that day.
Get
Well
him
done.
off, man. League 2 player.
Well done,
Yes,
Lissandro.
Done
Yes,
very well.
Sandro.
Get around it.
Good
Love it.
start for
I missed
Martinez.
Sandro. I've missed him, man.
Such a
I have,
baller, man.
Last season, you rocked my world, man. For sure.
Yeah.
It was so good.
You gotta
Oh,
say.
he's good, man, but
you
he's
gotta
not that good.
You gotta say no Diddy after that, bro.
Yeah.
You rocked my world, bro.
Hey, listen, I don't blame you.
Hey, man, you double down, jeez.
Ooh.
He was good, man. Definitely been. That's one thing I'll give Ten Hag.
What's
Oh
he doing?
my! Is anybody hitting the prescription drugs yet? Or what?
You know.
Flipping hell, man.
Bit nervy.
Yeah,
I feel like we might have to go longer, you know.
Yeah, for real.
But
Sometimes
for
just get it gone, man.
Pay percentages. Come on.
Does he look
He
like?
needs to make a decision what he's going to do quicker there. That's the problem. Don't know what he's going to do
Yeah,
when he gets the
That's
ball.
a good point.
Coach's point
catch
there. No, coach's point there, and he like that.
I feel like he almost caught that.
What happened?
Martinez has smashed his first person.
Feels right.
Phil Foden. Clattered
You
him.
know what? I like them fouls that they're not gonna get you a yellow,
Yeah.
but they leave something on you. They leave something.
Barely touched him,
It does
though.
damage, innit?
That's fair.
He's like that though. He's always of them in him.
Barely touched him there.
Lissandro. What a guy, man.
Foden's from Stockport, innit? So's Cobby. Both
Yeah.
Stockport.
Yeah.
Yeah, who gets the 192? Or is it the training to Piccadilly?
Why?
You saying both from Stockport?
Oh, he does. Oh,
Yeah,
he
quick
does.
and easy access to Stockport, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he takes the bus anymore, though.
Be worried.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely. He's go past that.
What part of
Gets an Uber
Manchester do you
instead.
think has the best ballers, Ronnie? That's a good question to ask you.
Best
Actually,
borders.
ballers.
Ballers.
Ballers,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
ballers, yeah.
Ballers.
Ballers.
Where they live?
Yeah, like what part of Manchester has like the
It's
best
too hard of a
ballers?
question. Like, it's
Yeah.
all about.
I don't know what, like, if I think about where I've seen the best. I mean, Stockport right now is winning, isn't it? But then you got South Manchester, we got Wivenshaw.
Because you got.
There's a lot
Cole
of that you don't
Palmer,
really know
Rashford.
about though. As well,
Droll's
like.
doing Danny Welbeck. Oh,
Danny
Was he
Welbeck's
what?
Danny
Longside?
Welbeck's
I thought it
longside.
was Longside.
but he's he's got Droll's doing roots.
Wivenshaw's got Rashford and Palmer in it.
Yeah.
I don't know none of these areas you're talking about.
Oh,
Ronnie, you're South Manchester, innit?
yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, Pereira. Brandon Williams.
Pereira.
Brandon
He's
Williams.
Moston, innit?
Williams.
Pereira Moston. It's on that border.
'cause
It's
he's-
round there,
Yeah,
isn't it?
he is. Yeah, I've seen him around there. I've seen like his family house once.
Tight.
Tight there. It looked tight. I was gonna say tight, very tight there, and he kept it. Oh shit. That's
Well
I don't.
that's the run that worries me. That one
You
that
should just
from
follow the runnable.
Push
that
up a
one
bit
from
more,
De
innit?
Bruyne inside the box, you know, the right half space.
Yeah. And
Gets
he
there and he just
whips-
smashes it, whips
yeah,
it.
whips
Yeah.
it. Yeah. 16 minutes gone. No.
Seen
Shape's
him hurt.
decent, to be fair.
Seen him hurt a lot of teams doing that, man.
Need to get on the ball more though, man. This must be so draining.
I think everyone expected this though, like for them to have
Yeah.
large amounts of
Course,
possession and
course.
stuff.
It's just about limiting it, like outside
Oh,
dangerous areas.
It's meant
Too
to be.
easy there. Too
Right.
easy.
It's
Right,
meant
that'll
to
do.
be
Well done.
good,
Well done.
played.
I thought Bernardo was going to shoot then, rather
Yeah.
than pass
I
it.
thought Foden there on the edge.
It's mentally draining and more than I thought. I was concerned he was gonna out of his feet and shoot. He's dangerous
Yeah.
round there, man.
Mm.
Because the 19 Premier League goals that Foden scored this season, it's from 10 extra.
That's crazy.
9 goals
Mate,
over expected.
His strike is unreal from outside. the box,
Technique.
man. Unreal.
Who was that one against when they was last at home? Who was that against? The one where he whipped it last game of the season. Who did they play?
West Ham.
Was it West Ham? He just whipped it top bins.
Oh yeah.
Joke.
Yeah.
Even the one against
Class.
us at Old Trafford. At the Etihad.
Yeah, that was nasty, man. Come on, boys.
64%.
And then he goes and plays
possession,
for
City
England
are
and he looks dead.
What a pass by Martinez, though.
Oh my.
The thing about McTominay,
That's
he
gotta
just
be
ain't got
man.
the.
You gotta go
mate.
on the ground.
Technically,
Technically,
he's
man.
He's just.
Exactly.
That
He's
is
just.
Yeah, literally.
that's got
You not like him, man? No.
He's got some loyal
Not a
fans,
fan.
though, Scott.
No, he's a
Not
good
a fan,
kid.
no.
I'm on the fence with him. Like he's just one of those like 6-7 games a season. Yay. What about 42 games a season? 45 games a season?
I liked him. I
that's
liked
the
him
standard.
under. I liked him under Ollie a bit more. Me. I thought I used to like be a bigger fan of him under Ollie, but
Oh,
The
McFred.
McSauce era.
oh, listen, that McFred actually let Bruno play 10, man.
For
That was
real.
that was actually a.
I think Fred was very undervalued.
Yes. Yeah.
We could do Fred now, man.
Mate. I honestly do.
He
I
just
really
didn't have the
do.
quality, though.
He didn't, not
Yeah, he
technical.
didn't,
Technically, he didn't. I know that's Man United midfielders got to have
Value
technical
off the
ability and
ball
that. I
was
get it, but
ridiculous.
like you said, the energy and stuff. I'm not saying Man United play is just all about the energy, but I think he's better than what we've got.
I think
at the
especially
minute.
if you play that
Yeah.
ultra aggressive, like turn the ball over high up the pitch style. Like,
When he played like get it, give it, he was very effective.
Yeah,
Wherever- when he
true.
tried like diagonal passes, that's not him.
Yeah.
Like hasn't got the capabilities to do
God.
it.
yeah, I'll give it Ollie. The one thing is he knew like these guys' strengths and weaknesses, man. Like,
Facts.
that's one part of management
Calls
that
him down.
I preferred over a lot of
tight
other
here, innit?
managers.
Yeah.
These man just got
Middle
so
of the
many
pitch is
footballers
so
that is
congested, isn't it?
Kovacic as well.
Especially when they've
Wrong.
got Foden and Silva on the wings, innit? So they even makes them narrow.
Invert all the
Yeah.
time.
It's a
Don't
good
play
shape,
like
though.
wingers at all, do they? Then Walker goes on the overlap.
Wow.
Yeah, look how centre back steps in there.
That's it.
That's what City will start doing though. They'll start sussing out us who we're picking up, who we're not, and then they'll start rotating between them all. Like look where Bernardo is now.
It's good shape though. They can't get through.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good
this
shape.
is a
Shape's been solid.
dead game for the neutral, but listen,
For real.
I'm just counting the minutes, man.
What are we on now?
I'll
Hey,
do.
Yeah,
Well
see-
done.
20 minutes.
Force a mistake.
Basically.
Couple of loose passes from City at the end. The Foden one, then the De Bruyne one. I think that Foden one was the one where they kind of got in behind us a little bit and then got away with it. But so far, good defensive shape, and I think Martinez and Varane have defended the box well when it's coming.
Yeah.
20 minutes, survived.
We just give the ball back all the
So
time.
it feels like Jurassic Park. This when
Needs
you
to
wait,
be
better,
stronger
waiting
there.
to be
You've got to be
mauled.
stronger. That's where you just can't.
Better when
Ah,
when a
brilliant.
player does that
Calm,
rather than just
composed,
booming it.
superb.
Yeah, man.
Played.
I don't go on slide.
Probably there.
Oh,
Ref.
it was on that, wasn't it? Little reverse pass then to
No,
Bruno over the
go on
top.
then.
pass, you
What
know?
have you got? Oh,
Oh,
no.
lucky.
No,
Lucky. Don't go on in.
Oh, go on,
yes.
Scott.
Oh.
Go on.
Sorry, I got carried away
No,
there.
Manu doesn't lose the ball, innit?
Yes, Amrabat.
He
Go
never
on.
loses the ball.
Well
Oh,
done.
Yes, go on,
good.
Nacho.
Go on then. Press
Go on,
him all the way.
Reds, go on.
All the way. There's a mistake in him.
Come on.
that's it.
Come on,
Oh,
Reds.
Rashford, you got to be on that a bit more.
Go on now.
Too
Bernardo's
easy, that.
feet.
No.
Ah,
Too easy, that,
Come
innit?
on.
Great play from him, but it's too easy. Go on then.
Shit.
Go on.
What's going on?
Pin.
Hey! Oh my God, we've nearly done it there.
Ortega's said to Kovacic, have that.
That looked
Jesus
fouled him over there,
Christ.
though. Don't know how he got away with that.
Oh,
Mate,
this is
how
a
they've got
mad
how have they,
game,
how have they,
Yeah!
Don't mind it!
Oh, what?
Got the ball!
Wow. How's he give a free kick for that? What a tackle
What are
that
you
was.
thinking about?
I thought that was a foul,
Move.
I'm not going to lie. What's
And
going on
listen,
there?
has
He's
Delort
going
taken-
back.
And I think Walker's hurt.
Is he taking Walker out for us?
Mate, that's a great
No,
tackle
no.
from Dalot, by the way.
No, Dalot
I
fouled
thought that
Walker,
was a
though.
good tackle.
It's a great
you know?
tackle.
No, I thought it was a foul, but I'll take it.
Did you?
man. Yeah.
I thought that was a great
I might have
tackle,
been bugging
honestly.
Ortega's almost helped us out.
Is a
there,
mistake in him?
Oh, that moment, the one where the second one he
Hey,
plays
yo, what's
back.
going on there?
innit? Is it a foul?
I don't know. What's this one saying?
Oh, no.
No, he's got the ball. He's got the
Kovacic
ball.
comes
Just
back
about.
Would have been
just
nice to
in
get a little bit of a
time.
nick there.
So lucky.
How's
Oh,
Ortega passed the
mate.
ball to him there?
Who does he think he is to be passing there?
Thinks
like
he's,
six
thinks
ya-
he's Edison.
6 yards. No, but he's 6 yards out.
Nah, it's
facing
bad.
him.
Stitched him.
Well,
Have
listen,
a
I'm
bit of
telling
that.
you, There's
You
a
can deal with
mistake
that.
in that defence, man.
That'll give us confidence, though.
Come on, Reds.
Good pressing as well, to be fair.
Really compact pressing there from United further up the pitch. Like,
Bernardo done well there to get out of that
Keep
because he was
out.
like 2 or 3 players on
Yeah,
him.
man.
mate, his feet are a joke.
We can argue the Van Alting.
What
Talking
foul on his
about-
backside?
Nah. Win a trophy, possibly. Win the
Oh,
FA Cup,
it'd
possibly.
be nice.
I need
Did you go to that, Andy? The FA Cup final with Van Gaal?
No, I went to the semi against Everton.
That was good, that was.
Go on then, Rash. Go on then. Oh,
Let's play,
play
man.
an advantage there.
I thought he was playing advantage.
Bit of sloppiness from City. I was wondering whether City would be like this a bit, Wood, because they won the Premier League celebrations.
They've been drinking.
Boozer.
Nah, they never do that, innit?
Well,
Like, as in,
usually
they'll be
Pep,
doing
you know.
that,
Ah,
but
nice,
it
yeah.
shouldn't
Right.
impact
Look
us.
at that.
Look
Come
at
on,
that.
line.
Different.
Brilliant turn as
When I say
well.
rock my wall, this is what I'm
Played
talking about.
Scott. No, played. Go on.
It's a good turn that from him as well.
Yeah.
Martinez,
Oh.
that reverse pass through the lines, class.
Now in
Loves
midfield.
it.
Play
McTominay's-
Cobby in. Play Cobby in. That's it. Easy. Love it, Reds. Come on. Come on.
Go on, just
Get off me.
across in. No,
Got to be
he's gone
stronger
down
than
there,
got-
mate. He's got to put it across the box there. He's tries.
This issue, man, is
He's
always.
one of the best 1v1 defenders in the world, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like...
Saying that, there's
How much did he cost? About 15 million?
15?
Got him from
50.
Bournemouth,
That's a
didn't
Kanji.
Oh, Kanji, right. For
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
from
lad.
I think it
Bournemouth.
was
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like 30 something.
He's been a
Kanji
good
was
signing,
50
mate.
mil from Dortmund, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we go for these guys? Do you
Well,
know
that's
I
what
mean?
we're saying
'Cause we
about the
haven't got
recruitment
the-
stuff.
Do you want me to be
Know-how
honest?
in the
Yeah.
transfer department.
It's true.
We would sign some of them guys and make them look dead as well. So.
True.
Yeah, they look better. They look
If
better.
Akanji come United, he would have been dead.
Do you think Lindelof will look good in Man City's team?
Yeah.
I do too.
I
you
think a
know?
couple of our
They
players
look
would.
better.
Any
Like
of our-
Lissandro would
any
look
of our
better.
back four
Oh, yeah,
would
wouldn't
good in a
look
City
great.
team, wouldn't it?
True. Martinez especially, imagine that.
It's that runner again.
Yeah.
What we're talking about. He just switches off, Garnacho. It's a worry.
I
that,
see where
mate.
you're coming from.
On
From
the
that, it's
ball,
like that.
I like it.
that Zabaleta. It's like that
Mm.
grit.
Yeah.
Understand what I mean with that, with the Garnacho thing there. It's a worry that, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
especially,
see it now.
especially
Yeah, I
if
proper
like
see
De
it.
Bruyne gravitates out there and like final ball,
And, like double
he
up.
just doesn't.
there.
He doesn't switch on off the ball.
I seen it in that thing game, bro. Liverpool, and I can see it today again.
Get out there.
I'm Saka, come on, man. Like, get out there.
Jogging out there. But to be fair, man, the shifting side to side constantly we had to do, but we've concentrated decently well.
Nah.
Well done.
I think it's numbing City to where like they then make a
Oh,
mistake.
yeah.
Tommy with the little.
Which
Little
can
volley to the
happen.
shin pad.
Don't you think if we get the ball? McTominay is just so limited on the ball, bro. The passes, he just can't make them, bro.
The
That's
thing is,
problem.
when we set up like
yeah,
this as
yeah.
well, like it's very difficult to break down, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it with that tight and compact. Oh,
Say
he
that.
loves that turn.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Thank God.
well
Oh, I
done.
love that,
Okay, well
Kobe.
done.
Composed.
I'm just happy he didn't shoot there. I thought shit.
Foden's turn there.
Heavy,
Away,
heavy.
just
Left
away.
leg.
That's it. Well
Good
done.
decision, that.
Decision.
No
Right.
out ball.
He's got to
Come
do
on,
that,
press
yeah.
up now. Push up.
That's a warning sign there, you know. We're lucky.
Back in your shape now.
It's that cutback could have killed us again.
Yeah,
Just happy
could
no one was
have,
there.
Yeah.
It's that run again, innit? Midfield runner.
Because when he went wide, I thought he was going to shoot across goal. For that reason, because you never know. But
you see
like
that
9
moment
times out of 10.
where Bruno plays that ball, that's the frustration because you got to be sat in that shape. But then when the out ball's there,
Yeah.
you've got to come from deep. So it's
He's just in an
miss
area
it.
there. He's not.
And he has, no, he has.
Yeah.
And for me, that's
Yeah.
a good ball. It's just that because we're all sat in that moment, you're gonna chose Rashford's are deep, so there's none of them there in it.
Yeah.
But it's that if one of them can catch on to it,
It's one of them runs where you
It'll
make it
happen.
and you turn around and then go, lads.
Yeah.
Like one of them, but
Yeah.
everyone's like 25 yards back off the pitch.
But you got
Any chance, lads? I'm on my own. Like one of them.
You got to run for it. Though.
Yeah.
Ortega's got something in him, man. Please keep
Like, look.
shaking.
He's got something for
Garnacho.
us.
Sorry, I keep mentioning
Yeah,
it. But
no, I see what you're
you know
saying.
what I mean?
But the thing is, especially like say, man, when De Bruyne drops in there, it's just it'll become like a 3v2 because he'll come across, and then it'll really become a problem. Because I feel like Rashford sat on Kyle Walker proper. That's his
Gvardiol's
thing.
out,
That
but-
was
Yeah, they
always
out.
on
Oh,
him.
yeah. It's a
Well
great
done.
defending.
Done.
Brilliant.
Good defending from
Fantastic.
Wan-Bissaka.
Very good. He is, isn't he?
He's not cool,
All
is
the
he?
time.
Yeah.
No one anywhere
Won the goal
near
kick
him.
as well. Well done.
As good as he's been, though, you'd rather if it's someone to have the space inside, it'd be a Gvardiol.
True.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna miss Varane. You know,
Big time, man.
I'm glad he wasn't like staying fit because
Who do you want to bring in? Centre back.
I want us to be smart in the market. So I think we need a couple of centre backs. Definitely. I don't think you can just go out and sign one centre back. I really like Bramthwaite from Everton. To
Same.
be fair, I'm a big fan of Bramthwaite at
do like
Everton.
him.
I think the good thing with him is I was
Time.
watching some stuff from him, and he seems to
Rashford.
be. Go on,
Rashford.
play him. Oh,
Just
that's
couldn't
the
do it.
ball, yeah. Well, I don't mind that though. If you're not gonna play it, just
Ooh,
keep it.
flipping now.
To low, over the top. Go on, Garnacho.
Go on.
I told you there's a mistake.
How?
I told
How?
Get in there.
Let's go, man.
you. Yo, listen. I told you, man. There's a mistake coming.
Called it,
I
you
told
called it,
you.
you called it.
Ortega,
Hey,
that
you called it,
defense.
love
Listen,
it.
there's a
Love
mistake.
it.
I told you, man.
Hey, let's go.
Yes!
That's what I'm talking about.
What a
That's
ball from
brilliant.
Delo over the top. That's the ball you need in a
I
game
was
like
moaning
this.
then. 'Cause I did-
Oh, no. What a play.
Let's go. What
I was moaning then because I didn't think it was like the right one.
Yeah.
It was a great ball.
Sorry.
The thing is, them type of passes, you
Dallo,
don't know.
what
Is
the-
he on? He's on. He's on.
Please,
he's on.
Lord. Oh, no.
Oh no.
He's on psycho.
Oh, he's off. No,
He's on. He's on.
on.
Bro, look,
He's
look
on
at the
side.
stones.
Stones.
Just.
Nothing
Mate,
wrong
what's
with
he
it.
What's he
at all.
defended it? Oh my god, that's a howler.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
Let's
he
go,
knows the
man.
keeper's coming there. So why
Ortega.
does he do it?
I don't know. Ortega's
It
in
was
no.
late as well.
Ortega's
Watch.
in no man's
What's he
land.
doing, Gavadio?
Oh my god, he
I
sees the
compare.
keeper next to him now.
Oh,
He's
let's
bozoed
go,
out.
man.
Watch this. He sees him. So what? Mate, that's a mad mistake. You know.
That's a mad
That's
mistake.
poor.
But I told you that
balls all
I'm
out.
convinced that they're gonna make mistakes today.
This is
It's
the
a
thing,
mad
yeah.
mistake. That
It's
you've got to
good
know
for
the
you.
keeper's there.
The thing is that what I like about that ball from Delo is you hit the space there.
Yeah, it's
but
a
it's like I said
percentage- yeah,
earlier,
yeah, yeah.
It's worth it in a game like City. Today you've got to do that.
This is what I hate
Look
when
at this
people
guy.
compare defend. People.
What's that? What's that? Bit of passion. He
Oh,
goes.
it's onside, yeah. Thank God. Gavadio scored a few goals. Everyone's saying he's
Come on,
great.
the lads.
Get off, mate.
Come on, United.
60 minutes left.
How have we scammed this one, lads?
Right,
Hold on.
don't. You got to go into half time up. You got to go.
Honestly,
up. You
I
have
know
to.
he's saying that about like a style and stuff like that. Or get he
Oh,
has had a
great
game.
tackle
Today's a
from
game
Sandro.
plan, innit?
He's a lot.
I don't. There's a clear game plan
Yeah.
the way he's trying to
True.
play today, which is
You wish
Oh,
you just
I
had
don't
that
Bruno.
this season. Well in Bruno.
Oh,
I think he's over the top.
Bruno's been so good today.
he's
Oh.
been very good. Delot. Go on then.
Oh, it's a bit much.
No,
in
it's
there.
all right. You'll get that.
Go on.
Well done.
Come on,
Play.
United.
Good. Well done.
There could be more space now as well.
Yeah,
which is-
there will be.
What I'd do to just go in with 2 up, man.
Oh,
Please.
bro.
I just
Listen, we'll get another chance this half. I'm
want to see
convinced.
before half time.
Ten Hag, fair enough, man. Fair enough, bro.
Game plan. Come on.
Let's not
Scott.
get gassed. It's only first half. You get me? Let's chill out.
Hold.
Go on, Scott.
Well done.
Oh.
Okay.
Take care of the ball, though, man.
Done. Keep it.
Now they need to score, so we're gonna find a lot of space.
Varane stiff, innit?
That's what I'm saying. I told
On
you.
the on the ball, he's just he's
He
just
turns
dead
like a-
shaking. He's
his
just dead
whole body-
awkward. I think he's
Oh,
uses it
Nana
well,
over the
but
top. Oh.
direct one.
Low.
Dalot's
yeah.
your left back there. Look where he is.
He does them runs sometimes, though. You know, he did it against
He's
Brighton.
been very
yeah,
good this
scored.
season.
Scored against Brighton, doing it.
Keep going.
It's just
Garnacho.
about
Come
someone
on,
has
keep
to drop
working.
in for a minute.
That pass was crazy as well to Garnacho.
The thing is, you see that pass from Onana there and that one from Delo, like that's where you're gonna beat City. Like simple as that. A mistake will happen, or they'll actually hit the space. And when you got quick wingers there with Garnacho or Rashford, you got Hoyland potential coming on later. Like those guys are quick, man. They can pounce on them.
For real.
It's like the Bruno ball as well. He's not looking for a man.
Yeah.
He's hitting an area, isn't he?
Bruno's one of the best players that are doing that though. Like generally, like sometimes he doesn't always get it to feet, but your wingers want it in the space.
It's just a
really,
it's a
yeah.
vision, isn't it? It's a
Get
Nah,
up.
get
Get
up.
up.
Get up.
Joe,
Go on,
Go
then,
on.
off we go.
Now we go,
Come
now
on,
we
let's
go.
beat him on,
Soft.
Go on,
on the
Rashid,
break.
take him
Now
on.
we go. Just keep it now.
Done.
There we go.
Good decision.
Keep it.
Man on. Man
Go
on.
on in,
He'll keep it, he'll
Kobe.
keep
So
it.
good there under pressure.
Unlucky.
Keep going.
Keep going.
That's
Done,
it, Bruno.
That's the
The
one.
next
Brilliant.
one. That's it.
Garnacho.
Now wide.
Go on and get at him then.
Go on, man.
Get
Come
at
on,
him.
Reds, man. We
Express
can
yourself.
double
Go
up.
on.
McTominay.
What?
McTominay there.
Oh, go on then.
Kobe.
Oh, okay, well done. Well done. Get back now.
Come on,
Transition.
Drop in now. Drop in.
Now. That's cool.
Oh,
Oh,
take that
give-
all
giving
day.
it away.
Oh, look at that
Beautiful.
for a touch as well.
Thank you,
Bring that
Bernardo.
one down.
City are fucking miles off it.
I can't believe it. I'm gonna win this cup today, boys. I can't.
Listen, let's speak
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Don't be saying that.
Let's speak out.
Don't be saying stuff like
Let's
that.
speak out.
I think because we've scored, I've got more nervous.
I'm so giddy right now.
I've got more.
On
like-
the inside, nothing is normal. On the outside, yeah.
Well done.
Have some fun, man. We deserve it, bro. We've had a tough season, man.
Oh, he's unlucky. Unlucky. No, he's unlucky that.
Garnacho,
Like
bit of a
them ones.
handful.
You
Yeah.
got a bit of that, haven't you? A little
Fuck
nudge
of
of
Vardy.
stealing
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that.
that's
Let
it.
it run. Use your pace.
He's committing.
Oops.
10 minutes to half time,
10
boys.
minutes. Come on, keep playing.
Who would have thought, man?
Oh,
Come on, Reds.
Clamps.
brilliant.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
Brilliant. Great
Lissandro.
You
positioning.
missed that, man.
Great tackle. Great positioning.
Jesus Christ, the difference Martinez and Varane make.
Ain't it crazy, bro?
And why are we letting him go?
You gotta speak to the club.
Powers that be.
Yeah, man.
Keep that shape. Get over there.
If we get one more before half time, I don't know what they're gonna do.
Took over.
They was done well against Bernardo Silva.
He always seems tight to Silva. Dello, doesn't he?
Yeah, for real.
Which is great, but Nacho again, shoulder, good. The interchange very well though, to be fair.
Still not.
That's easy. That's easy. That man. Come on.
Still not
Yeah, it's good. Haaland's
Still
having
not created
what-
any gilt edge
don't wanna say
chances though.
Shouldn't say that.
Yeah, it will come though, man. I feel like
Why not
we're
to?
going into the game.
Well done.
No, I mean
Keep pressing.
City.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. To be fair, just a cutback, innit?
Not turn your back, bud.
Jesus.
Everyone's gonna blame. Ortega's gonna get stick, but Edison makes mistakes all the
Yeah.
time. Man.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that.
Mate, I think the left backs needs to make a better
To
decision
be
as
fair,
well.
yeah.
He's
What
like-
was that?
He heads
Yeah,
that
good
late
idea.
when
Yeah.
sure you
If you head
know
that,
it's
then you
coming.
gotta head it away.
Yeah, like either to
can't
the
head
right
it.
hand side of you or even like back. I know it's an hard technique to do, but
Right towards
That's
goal.
easy though.
if your keeper's coming back, you can't
I don't
head
know.
it back unless he's gambling the keeper
When
to
someone shoots
like,
it
get
out.
it. City just had a shot.
I'm shitting it, boys. If we're 1-0 up and it's like 7-50 minutes left, I don't know how.
I won't be able to watch
what
it,
it'll be
bro.
like, man.
We need this cup, you know.
Well done. Composure
Bruno
from
played
Main
so well
is class.
Go on.
Option. It's that ball
He's
again.
offside, surely. Is it? What?
Just play it
Offside,
anyway.
go on then.
Go on.
Play him.
Play him. Yes! He's off. Unlucky.
You know what though? That's the move we're
check it,
talking
though. You can
about.
check
Nah,
it,
he's
I
off.
see
He's
it.
off.
That's why
That's
it
the
took, that's why it
move.
took time to react because
Yeah.
I was thinking that looked miles offside.
No,
It did.
but why does it? You put it up straight away then.
It's not miles off though. To be fair.
Some miles off. But yo, there's
That's the new rule though, isn't it? You let
No,
the
but
game go
but
like.
you just you cancel out the plate. It's a silly
No,
rule.
I get
I've
it.
seen it many a time. Just put your
Yeah, no, I
flag
get
up
it. I
and stop
agree.
it.
I agree. It's just the way it is, isn't it?
It's a
Unfortunately.
stupid rule.
Listen,
no, I agree,
but
though.
there's
Jogsworth
there's
in
chances
the VAR
there.
room.
There is. Just keep trying it, man.
It's Jogsworth, isn't it? Jogsworth's in the FA. Rule 4.5, Section B. You can't put your flag up.
That was quite specific, Andy.
Take
knows the rules, Andy.
Take directive
You know what they've
69.
identified?
Jog on.
They've identified because the City back line's so high. That little ball in behind. Keep gambling on it as well.
You
To
gotta
be
keep doing
fair,
it, bro. Oh shit. Them
wrong
pockets
side of
there,
him,
man.
Scott.
Oh, thank God.
Well
that's
done.
cool.
Great defending.
Well done.
Tell you what, some of the
Time,
last ditch
time.
defending from United this half so far.
Actually, I feel
Well
like
done.
Bruno.
I feel like we boxed the
Go.
Well done, brilliant.
Go on.
Mainu reverse pass.
That's the one.
Oh.
Over the top to Garnacho.
Don't mind that.
Water ball.
That's
What
a
a
great
ball
ball.
from Rashford.
It's a
Take
great
him
ball.
on.
Chance here.
Go on, be positive.
Go on.
Finish. What's it? What a goal! Wow.
Listen, that whole move was a joke.
my God.
That whole move was a joke from United.
That was
Outclassed. That whole move was a joke from United, by the way.
Turn me into the young boys.
Jesus, mate. What
That,
a goal
that
that was.
move was a joke. That whole
Mate.
move, Man United.
Get in there.
I can't believe what I'm seeing,
Yo,
boys and girls.
nah.
2-0.
The force is strong with that lad, I'm telling you.
Well done.
Look at that, picks it up. That ball, by the way, that ball
Bruno's
from...
ball's fantastic.
That ball from Rashford's a
as well,
joke
brilliant.
as well.
What is going on?
Look,
Ganacho's
stops at
decision making
Garnacho.
as well.
Great ball.
Great pass,
To
Bruno.
how's Bruno?
Is he onside?
Look how
Oh,
he plays
what
that.
a ball.
Let's
Oh,
go!
Oh my God!
Man United.
what a
Come
goal
on.
that was.
That's amazing, man.
Great move from Man United.
What is going on?
Yes.
Woo!
Love it.
What a finish
Finish
from
as well.
Kobe Mainoo
Great
It was a
again.
bit shaky, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Unreal. Listen,
But I'll take it all
there's
day.
a few blues in Stockport.
Great finish. Great goal.
Half of them are from
Great
there.
ball from Rashford. Great decision making, Garnacho. Bruno's pass is a joke there. The vision.
That whole
Great
move was
finish as
brilliant.
well.
Love it.
Great goal.
Kobe starts it from deep
That's what
as
I'm
well.
talking about, man.
Very good. Come on, got to keep this going now.
Hold
keep
that!
the shape. Keep the shape. Keep it going. Well done. We've wrecked the tally, lads.
I can't. Oh, sorry, man. I don't know
Sorry,
what happened
lads.
there, but
Got carried away
The
and brought the tally.
vibrations.
Come on. 2 up. Come on, Reds.
this is.
Love it.
Stick to the game plan.
You said 3-1,
There's going to
bro.
be chances. Yeah,
It's on,
man.
It's on, bro.
Listen, these lot might not even score. Nah, no.
Oh.
Thanks for that, you muppet.
Oh, shit.
God, there's always one in
Sweet
there.
going out, yeah.
Get to half time, 2-0 up, and we're good. Please. 2-1, I don't like that.
Keep this going.
I don't like that
Just keep
too.
this. Oh, it's a great ball.
That's the ball you're talking about. That's the ball you're talking about. That De Bruyne one.
Yeah.
Tell you what, oh, that was a chance. That.
It's a great ball.
Well, you
from
know
De
what?
Bruyne.
We've done well there. As everyone's defending the space, so there isn't a clear cut back for De
Defended
Bruyne
very
there.
well. They've defended very well so far.
The whole
It's got
back
to keep
four
it
have had
going.
at least a moment each where they've.
Look at that. That's great.
It's a
bro.
great ball from De Bruyne.
Look, Varane there stuck to him, not letting him go.
This is
Good
sensational,
defending.
man.
Great defender.
Come on.
This is torture with your soul, this, isn't it?
I'm telling you, man.
You know what though? And not
at
even
him.
just saying it because
Hold
we're
it,
winning.
man.
I've actually enjoyed watching them, though.
Yeah.
Like the way they're playing
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
organisation. It's
Oh.
good. It's been enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, we're not just parking it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's actually a plan there. John Stones, mate.
Go on then.
Came back from injury.
Go on then. Go on then. It'd be great if we
Not
get
free.
another one, lads. Let's go. Good. Hit one yourself.
Go on.
Oh, a ball.
Stones looks miles off it.
A ball.
I don't mind it.
shaky.
Voice went then as
Come
well.
on, United.
Love it.
Bruno, hey, come on. You're playing so good today, man. This is what we need. Captain performance.
Is it being checked? Is it? No. Yeah, it's checked. It no.
I checked for what?
Yeah, what
For
happened?
the, I thought they'd say on ball for it when Bruno hit it.
Imagine that.
Got checked, but nothing.
You mean Bruno on ball it?
No,
Oh,
Bruno
really?
shot and
Right.
Stone. It hit Stones. You watching the
No,
game,
no,
Andy?
no,
or
what
what?
are you
What's going on?
He sends the ball.
His head's gone, bro.
Get off me.
Offside.
Oh.
What?
Offside. Get back in. Get back in.
Come on, United.
Manu saved us so much money, you know. Him from the academy. It's £100 million player, you know.
Aye.
Okay, maybe 65.
No, I'm saying I agree, bro. I agree.
It's very, he's
Listen,
done very
the
well.
market right now
I'm telling you.
in getting better midfielders. Just like that, innit?
I think this summer's transfer market's going to be more about managers and players.
For real.
Yeah, does sound like that.
Go on, Rash. You all done.
So annoying how like it's only in the last few weeks where Eric's tried this thing,
Go on.
you know, with like the double sort of like having Bruno there, McTominay,
Yeah.
and from wide positions, and that was like the criticism from me throughout the season. Like change it, you know, when it gets so bad, not until it gets
Adapt
like to the last couple
situation,
of weeks of the season.
Like I've said, like, you know, there's a bit of a game plan today, like in shape.
I mean, if
Yeah.
we did change
In and
it,
out
we
of
could have had
possession.
like a bit more points on the board, couldn't we?
Get
Yeah.
him off. Let's go. Get
Go on
there.
then. Oh, hesitation.
no.
Okay.
No,
Keep
he's
your
got to
shape.
stay. He's
Keep
got
your
to stay
shape.
there.
Brilliant.
on De Bruyne.
Oh, okay.
Got to
It's all
stay
right,
on
it's
De
okay.
Bruyne, man.
Well done.
Not messing
Time,
about.
Good.
Anyone?
Go on.
Oh, this is a worry.
Out
Yeah,
now.
stay up.
Stupid forward.
Look at this guy.
Go on, McTom. Hey.
Foul that.
Oh, just
Well
done
done.
there.
Well
Did
done,
well,
Reds.
Lights on me. Hey, cleaners, get the pickup truck.
What accent was that, bro?
Alright.
Look at this.
Man like Avram, you know. Onana's getting an assist today, man. This guy's trying to go for them long balls.
Spraying
See
that.
it,
For breeze. How many minutes gone now? 44. Okay.
Yeah, almost made it to half time, man. Just
Come
need
on.
And Cobby slots it away. So that, for me, the second goal just sums up Man United's half. Like, breaking, hitting the space, like, sticking to the game plan. So happy with that. Couldn't have asked for a better start from United, to be honest.
Bruno man of the match so far, man.
I think, like, you know, we've been saying it on the stream as well, like, there's a clear plan, clear structure, keeping the shape really well out of possession, like on the ball. You know, the way, you know, they're conducting themselves, making the decision making. I'm really impressed with them. First time this season for me that you can really see a plan, and like you said, that goal, the second goal, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. We've got Andy Tate here now. Come on, Andy, give us your.
What do you think, Andy? What do you think of that first half?
Well, if you've got to stink the place out, it's well equipped and well done. I've seen United do this before this season at Anfield. Obviously, we did take the chances that day, but you know, like I say, it's the same. It's just sometimes it's the only way you can play.
Are you starting to believe though? 2-0 up, I think we've looked fairly comfortable and we've looked very, very well drilled, which has been a criticism of Ten Hag. But I think today might have been one of Ten Hag's best 45 minutes of season.
There's a long way to go, mate.
Tactically,
it's 45.
shape-wise,
Tactically, he's got it spot on, but you're playing against the 4-time Premier League title winners on the spin now. So
stay switched on, haven't you?
you've got to stay switched on throughout. I watched Jay yesterday. Watched the brew with Stevie and Joe. Could this be a ply by Ineos to weed out the snakes and the little grasses within the club? Because not all is happy upstairs. You got to do this.
But then the managers and the players in the season, the onus is on them performing. Across the board.
I mean, if a player's like this, then I would say they have to be removed as well. Yeah.
But the thing is,
I don't care who you are. If he goes, that player has to be removed.
We have to take things. We can only take things at face value as fans and what we see on the pitch. What I see on the pitch is not the way we've played this season. Tactically,
in this game.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, tactically, 100%. We've not really seen that sort of setup from Man United. We've seen it a bit at Arsenal, Newcastle, where he's trying to play double there with McTominay, Bruno, whatever. But there's a system to follow him throughout the season. The game. With is definitely the Varane Lissandro thing. That's one thing I can't take away from it. I think regardless of systems, setups, whatever, having two key centre backs there is major.
Football with the Champions League, which is now Thursday night.
On Thursdays, that as well.
So our games will be earlier kickoffs. You might have 5 o'clock kickoffs at Old Trafford.
I don't
6
mind.
o'clock.
Give me an early night.
Madness.
Actually, I don't mind that. Give me an early night.
Well, I suppose I could still make them.
Yeah.
Could still do that.
Reason. He didn't. That was a bit like that. To be fair, I'll be honest. That was a bit like the Lissandro one on Haaland, where it was like a bit of the just not enough for it to be like a proper one. Come on, United. Openings there though. We just need to make one of these count.
Well done.
Go on, Aaron.
Get out. Get out. Well
Love
done.
that.
Feels like Thanos is messing with time.
Nah, for real. 63 minutes, I swear to you, I checked 10 minutes ago, 62.
Do you ever experience that when you're at the game? Does it feel, sometimes a game can go so fast and you get games that'll drag forever?
Yeah. Depends how what pressure we're under, innit?
It's because time is a social construct, brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
It doesn't exist on that.
Yeah, it's not real. I'm telling you.
Time is in your mind.
Yeah, for real.
Jeez.
It's getting a bit deep on here now, lads.
Wow, it's getting it's getting a bit Sheldon, this. Big Bang Theory, innit?
Come on, lads. Let's concentrate on the game.
I'm going crazy, bro. I'm nervous.
Time don't exist.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh,
no.
shit. Oh, got away with it. Got away with it.
I'm about switched off there.
Listen, I don't
Doesn't have a
mind.
Scooby, mate.
Our game plan now is just pump it to Highland. And I love it.
Anywhere but our box at this point, bro.
Waste time, man. Waste time. Step on the ball.
You want all this shit, how's it really?
Yeah, man.
I want all of it,
Listen,
bro.
I've had years of pain, man.
I want everything.
Listen, I've had years of pain. I need everything. I need these lot to. If we're gonna win it, rinse
Trust
it.
me, bro.
Hold on.
Get him off.
Yeah.
This ref is.
Oh my God.
man.
Yo, I'm convinced he just hates
embarrassing.
Moroccans.
Getting
It's
on the end of that.
embarrassing, mate.
Where's Amrabat meant to go? Where's he
Yeah.
meant to go though?
Everything.
This ref just hates Moroccans, man.
It's a bold statement.
No, but that goal should never go in.
You know when the
Like,
fullback.
shouldn't, but his overall game is like,
Yeah,
he's been, you know, he's been good, to be fair to him. Come on, lads. He's dead on his feet, Wan-Bissaka as well.
I think
He might be coming off. Don't bring him down.
Yes, good.
Is that goal kick?
It's dangerous.
Oh,
man.
man.
He's
dead on. He's dead
tired
on his
now.
feet. Yeah.
yeah.
What, subs?
He's struggled a lot this season with injuries as well. I don't know.
Give him a bit of
I feel like a lot of
protection then.
the end of the games this season, I could tell that he's blowing Wan-Bissaka this season.
Away, lads.
Struggled
Away.
a lot.
Yeah.
Good
Well done,
Well
you.
played there.
Well done,
man.
Papa Don.
Very, very
Love
good
it.
hands. If you ever needed it.
Give him a pat on the head. I think he needs it. On his shoulder, anyway.
Tense for him. Tense for the lad.
Oh my.
I know, bro. I know.
Yeah, I'm stressed.
It's like, why?
Why? Never the easy way with this team.
Come on, man. Chase
Seconds.
everything. Every second ball on it. Come on, man. Garnacho. Garnacho looks a bit tired as well.
Oh, don't have off.
Well in, man. That's
He'll
all
give
you
it
need.
back.
That's our ball.
Can we
Come
do
off
our
him.
changes now?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real. What's
no,
going on?
man, he's been trying for 5 minutes.
Who's going off?
can't do it.
Garnacho looks like he's
Garnacho,
going.
you know what? What a shift.
Is he taking off Garnacho?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mate, he's
put a
shattered as
shift
well,
in.
mate. He's
Garnacho and McTominay.
Garnacho and McTominay. So what are we gonna do here?
This is what I would
Bruno
do.
back
I
in
would
the
put
centre.
Mount. I would put Mount with double up with Wan-Bissaka on Doku because Mount's got energy. So they need to like double up on
Good
him,
point.
and that needs to be done like ASAP.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he's just gonna tear us a new one. Like he has been.
Tommy!
Tominay's come off injured, man.
Yeah, it looks like.
No,
that.
he's been playing injured quite a few times now.
He
Like the
needs to
last few
double
games.
up on him.
He put a shift in. though.
Oh, unless
I'll give him-
Lindelof's doing it.
Everyone has, mate. Like it's just annoying that with that goal mistaking it from Onana because he made good saves as well. But
He's
fucking
dropped in.
joke.
They're playing about 5 now, I think.
has he?
Well, somebody tackle him!
Oh, lads.
Reds.
Go on,
Here we
Manu.
go.
Go on.
Smash and grab. Manu, brilliant.
Playing
Play
for
the
us.
space.
So
Yes. Go on then.
Go on,
Go on.
Evan.
Come on,
Okay.
you know
Connor!
what? Now manage the
Corner.
game. Don't yet.
Help him!
That's it.
You going
You know what? Well played. That's it. Reset.
Don't start with that shit, bro.
forward, you muppet!
Yeah, but that comes from Amrabat. That I know.
Yeah.
You know where that comes from.
I
Sorry,
didn't
Highland.
see Lindelof there. Was
Hoyland,
shit.
why is he going back? Why did he go into the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think
should-
I think the pass was too far back.
No, but you
Still
can
travel
run
into
with
the
it
corner.
into the corner.
I would go.
Go on!
Let's go, boys.
Come on, please, Reds.
Play it.
Play it now.
He'll do that.
Actually, no one's making.
What's he doing?
No way.
No, Bruno, relax yourself, mate.
Come on, man. I don't know if that's the
I know that's not the right thing to do.
3 minutes.
Scott there.
3 minutes.
Yes, Scotty. Come on.
Love that.
Look,
Come on, United. Please, man. Please.
Come on,
We got this, boy. We got this, man. Don't worry.
Something.
come on.
Fuck. I hate
Get
this
us up the pitch.
Oh, why do I watch football?
shit. Seriously.
I hate this
Get us
game.
up the pitch, lads. Come on.
I actually feel physically sick, man.
I'm actually gonna vomit. I'm not even joking. Like, it's not even a joke, bro. Like, I actually feel
Bro, I
sick.
swear to you.
Come on.
Yo,
My intestines are
this
they're
is
twisted.
mad. I feel sick, man.
You're still leaving him 1v1.
I'm stressing.
I still out. Why is no one going 2v1 with him? That's the danger. It is though, isn't it? Like, how can you not
I
see
didn't
that?
swear.
Don't foul there, mace.
Volume.
Oh my god, I can't do this no more.
Well done, Bruno. Get us up.
Push up, push
Get
up.
up.
A little bit at least.
Come on, 2 minutes. Come on.
We got it. We got it.
Get out. Get out there.
Oh,
Bernardo. Well done.
That's-
Shit.
Keep it up.
don't.
Oh, he's touched it. He's touched it. He's touched it.
Touched it.
Yeah.
fucking awful stones.
He's had
Poor.
a stinker. Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, hold your
Are you
hands up, you
watching?
twats.
Jesus. Go 2v1
Hey,
out
Stones
wide
had a
there with
mate.
Donkey,
Man of the match, boys.
please.
Kobe Mainu.
Mainu's won it on the
Mainu's
thing.
won it.
I don't know,
I'd say
for me.
Mainu, I'd probably shout for Martinez as well.
Bruno? Anyone?
Bruno's been good
Bruno's
as well.
good as well.
I don't-
I'm not gonna lie to you.
United
his
have
performances
been
all
brilliant.
throughout
United
the team.
performances across the
Amrabat's
board have
been
good.
an underrated.
True.
Gone under the radar.
No,
I still
Amrabat's
think
had
he's
some good
shaky on the
passes.
ball. Me and Ronnie are knocking each other every time he gets on it here, but off the ball he's put a right shift in.
Come on, man. Please, bro. Please.
Come on.
That final whistle is going to feel like
We need to get possession.
some
of that
sort
ball.
of
Come on.
recreational.
Shut up!
1 minute. 1
Listen,
minute.
shush.
1 minute.
Can't
Come
help
on.
it, Andy. Just come on.
Go on.
1
Take the
minute.
free
Come
kick.
on, man. Oh.
Arsenal. But anyway, we are going to be going straight into the review in a couple of minutes. I think.
We have.
The stream will auto direct.
Arsenal syndrome.
The stream will completely you've messed me up, Andy. Do you know what I mean?
You're entitled to be.
I'm trying to outro this. Do you know what I mean? We'll go straight to the review. United have won. 2 minutes. We'll be back. Thanks for watching. See you in a couple of minutes.
Come on!
Yeah, man!